Well, hello, commanders.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, look, we did that. I thought we were into it. I thought you thought
perfectly.
you did. That was almost like spot on. Wow, that's a good start, isn't it?
It was.
Damn. Well, I guess hello, commanders. Commander Placer here, and today I am joined by Exegius.
Hello, hello.
And Ascorbius.
Hello there.
And maybe Turgeon a little bit dropping in and out later as well. But welcome to the Content Creators Roundtable discussion, where we are talking a little bit about Chapter 3, and also some recent news about Chapter 4.
Do we do the
Yeah.
It just came up. When did that get posted? Like,
that was.
I didn't look at the timeline.
Like,
I mean, it was
still warm.
Yeah.
like an hour ago.
Yeah, that's it's a post. Everyone in my chat's talking about it already. Kind of mentioning some bits and bobs from it, which I guess we should probably talk about that first if we're going to talk about anything. But post-wise, it's up to 16 pages on the forum.
Oh my god, so, already? I knew it was...
It was almost 2 when I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was at 2 when I saw it too. I almost posted them just to say, you know, watching for the salt, but I wasn't about to break my I'm never posting in the forums ever again rules, so I didn't. Just as a side. I'm sorry. Boy, the salt's already going, isn't it? My bad.
Well, someone said that it's weird not to hear the profanity-laced Latvian. Now,
yeah.
I mean, I typically have a PG rating on most of my streams. I attempt to kind of maintain that PG, nice and polite, you know, positive vibe. And without Yamix here, obviously, that might last a little bit longer. But we are going to be
easier. Okay. So I'm going to say I'll do my best to be good then. I think that was directed at me, everybody.
Well, I try not to swear on screen, but I don't know. Depends on the subject.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it was funny when I did the video with Yamix, the review of the Challenger, and he posted it to the forums. It was 7 pages of discussion on how Yamix was getting around the parental filter because he and I were saying dirty words in it. Yeah, 7 pages of it. Oh, and the mods chimed in on page 3 saying it's absolutely fine. It doesn't break anything, but it still went another 4 pages after that with people complaining about it. We were just like, really? It's like, yeah.
Yes,
sorry.
Complicated nickname. Yanix's profanity is nice and polite. You are quite correct.
I mean, it's not though, is it? I mean,
no. His can get. I mean, even I will agree. His can get a bit over the top, right? There wasn't.
Oh, did I not say sarcasm? No, I didn't do it.
Oh,
did
you
I?
did. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you did.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was sarcasm.
I think Yamix is one of those where you either really dig his humor and it's totally your thing, or you're just gonna hate it and react negatively. Fortunately for me, I find it pretty damn funny. So, and there I go, bro. Well, that was PG. I guess "damn" is still PG, isn't it?
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's just a word.
Didn't EU or maybe just the UK get some new like in between rating recently in the last couple years or something?
We've had 12A. That's
okay, is that the one I'm thinking of then?
Which is kind of like...
Oh, that was...
I mean, that's been...
That was for Batman!
Actually, it's been around for a while. 12A has been typically a home release rating for a very, very long time. And originally it was just 12. So
I
we've
think
got,
you're
side.
U, PG, 12, 15, 18, and that's it. But yeah, that's a little bit different. Just because people wanted to go and see it, but it wasn't quite strong enough. But you know, parents wanted to take their kids basically. So.
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to take on a tangent there. I just was watching a YouTube video on ratings the other day, and they were talking about PG-13 got added, and then they mentioned something about it in the UK. I couldn't remember what it was. So, shall we jump into the update for those? I'll preface it here. For those that haven't seen it yet, I posted the link a couple times to my chat. I'll do that again. And essentially, Zach Antionaki, is that how you say it? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
I'm leaving that to you guys.
I was going to say crickets. Anyway, Zach, who's the head of communications, who... there you go. that's maybe a debatable title, posted a large update to the forums today. And the long and short of it is, I'll just hit the highlights and then we can kind of go through them. That these are the things that I noted as I read it, was that we would be hands-on with Chapter 4 in a number of weeks. Well, 2 is a number and 12 is a number, so you know which of those is it going to be? My gut says 0.
Zero is a number as well.
No,
my gut says
it's not a number technically.
Well, it's sure it is. It's a number of not. It's not anyway. What are you guys thinking for that? 6 weeks? 2 months? I'd be shocked if it was faster than that.
I honestly don't think we're going to see anything new until mid to end of December. Yeah,
that's exactly what I was thinking.
I'm going to say. Wait, hang on. Right, I'm going to pick a date here. I'm going to call it, and I'm going to. This is going to be my official guess.
I'm going
to say, because I'm going to assume it's going to be Tuesday, so 18th of December. That's when I'm calling it. 18th of December. We'll see.
I'm going to guess earlier than that. I'm going to guess. I'm not looking at the calendar right now, but I'm going to guess by the last Tuesday in, or Thursday, because they've done it both in November. I'm thinking it'll happen. Oh, actually, you know what? There's somebody just in my chat said a good point. Was I'm going to assume there'll be a beta for this one, and I'm going to say the beta will be before the beginning of December.
Maybe.
I don't think there's going to be one.
Ooh.
Yeah, just because.
Peanut Pete's talking about X4 Foundation coming out. No VR though, buddy. A lot of people are going to want to jump on it. No VR.
That's what. Weren't they going to do VR in it?
I don't know. They tried VR
for a while.
They did that crappy one, didn't they? And,
yeah, is that maybe that's what I'm thinking.
X Rebirth, you mean?
Yeah, VR. Yeah, and I hope they didn't go, well, that didn't sell very well, so we're not doing VR. It had nothing to do with VR. It had to be crappy.
Crap. Yeah.
I mean, X Rebirth was a bad game. I bought it because at the time my computer wasn't powerful enough to run Elite Dangerous. Sorry, I thought my computer wasn't. Turns out it really obviously was, and it wasn't powerful enough to run X Rebirth actually smoothly. And I was really disappointed with it. The people models really killed it for me. Yeah,
I didn't even play it after the reviews it got. Okay, next up, as I just went through, we'll just hit the notes that I saw, and if I miss anything, throw it out. Next thing I thought was interesting, a couple times, I think he said that over 100 people, and that the largest team ever has been working on Elite, and I had to admit, I thought to myself, then what the beep have they been doing this whole time? Right? I mean, if 8, I think that the No Man's Sky interview that somebody shared here, there were 6 people working on No Man's Sky technically, and the massive amount of stuff we got.
I mean, Scobb's just, and they might have been a bit distracted by a certain dinosaur-based game.
Yes.
Which is also having quite a big update coming as well.
Oh, does it? Okay, I've played it once. It's not my kind of game, but it looked pretty. I know it got pretty good reviews, didn't it?
I enjoyed it quite a bit, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's.
I'll be honest, I didn't get it because it's not something I'll play a great amount.
Yeah, I share a Steam library with a buddy, and he had it, so I installed it and played it that way. Let's see. Next thing that I thought was interesting. These were like 2 sentences apart. We have one exciting piece of news to share. We have one exciting piece of news to share. Then 2 sentences later, we aren't going to be ready to talk about or announce any details quite yet. Like, well, which one is it? Right. So they've got something new to share, which I think was what they were hinting at, which I think we can discuss toward the end. Which I think is, at this point, from what I've heard from some others, I very strongly assume is Space Legs. But let's definitely take that at the end because I think that's a big subject. There will be a schedule. Oh, and then after Chapter 4, he said, that will be a schedule to release a considerable time after. So, I mean, God, in Frontier Talk, what is that? 6 months?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, dinosaurs ate your fleet carrier. Exactly. That's what
dinosaurs ate your fleet carrier.
That sounds about right.
That does sound about right. Yeah, I mean, so I guess there's the next, if we're going to keep kind of speculating a bit, I mean, God, I guess it depends if we get Chapter 4 in 2 weeks or a month, maybe we're getting this new whatever, you know, is passed beyond April, May. I can't see it being much sooner than that. Thoughts?
Depends what it is. Because if they, I mean, I would rather have a large update packed full of tested, nice quality content rather than drip feed. And drip feed seems very much the way they tend to go. And when you think about everything we've had over the last year, and then if you were to condense that all down into one massive update, I think everyone would be a lot more receptive to it.
I would agree with that.
The offers of regular updates, and then when you get the update, you're a little bit underwhelmed. Versus a, hey guys, we're just going to do one big update this year. It's going to be that this is what it's going to be. Have these bits and bobs in. We're just going to focus on it. So we're not going to rush. We're just going to get it right for you. Drop it, and it delivers exactly what they said.
Yep.
Expectations managed and met, and I think that would do it for a lot of people.
That sounds scary.
Plater, you got a wing
project management, Plater.
Yeah, no shit.
Scarily like.
Oh no, it's one of those weird things. I don't know what you're talking about. That's not something that I do.
You're treading on thin ice there, buddy boy.
How dare me come up with an idea?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think we all agree that that's, you know, that's. I mean, we can get to this maybe toward the end, but I think that, like a lot of us, certainly the comments that I see very consistently on my side is, you know, we don't want new Guardian stuff. We don't want new Thargoid stuff. So few players, you know, engage in that stuff. What we want are simple, and there'd be so many little simple quality of life improvements that would go such a massive way to making the game better and easier. You know, an example I always go to, when you buy power play cargo, which granted you don't do very often, but when you do your 750 tons, it's 375 clicks to buy 750 tons of cargo.
But you're not supposed to sit there and rush it.
Well, of course, I mean, in their opinion, you're not, right? I mean, again, them deciding how we play the game.
Right. Well, let me just highlight something.
No,
you just said let's not develop things that only a handful of people are using, so that you can make something that only a handful of people are using easier.
Fair. So, but I think that's just a little example of things that would be so easy to change. No, but you're right. I think, for example, another thing I harp on a lot is when you go to do the CQC, when you go to CQC and you go to create a squad, or actually just a second ago, Plater was offline and I wanted to add him to my private group. I had to scroll through the entire list sorted in some complete nonsensical way. Why is it that sorted alphabetically?
Yeah,
that's one line of code. Right, it's those little things that I think it's so frustrating to all of us. And we see so many things, right?
It should be sorted in order of Plater and not Plater.
Yeah, I mean that does sound about right. Yeah,
Plater's at the top, and then everybody else.
Right, doesn't it?
I should just want to quick mention a discovery that I've just made. Is that, did you know that the plasma autocannons on the fighters do not charge Guardian pylons?
Oh, interesting. Really? I wonder if the Gauss cannon on the Lance does.
Because I've brought an Anaconda with no weapons. So
the only thing I've got is a pack hound rack and fighters.
Scorb, what are you bringing?
You didn't bring the science lasers, did you?
No, I didn't bring science lasers.
Science lasers? No. You have to bring science lasers. For goodness sake, man.
Do you have
it's like you've never played this game before.
Do you have the Lance with you?
I got some beam lasers.
Okay. I was going to say, because I can self-destruct and teleport back if I need to. Okay, so now let's jump to the big part, the big two-parter that was essentially the meat of the thing. In Chapter 4, we are not getting ice planets, nor are we getting fleet carriers. So we're getting Squadrons, lots of rah-rah, can't wait, super excited about Squadrons, but no fleet carriers. And I think, certainly my player group, all of us were super excited about the fleet carrier. That's to me, that's the entire core of Squadrons, right? Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know what else. I mean, the only other thing that I've wondered if they would ever finally give us would be the ability to maybe trade materials between each other. And I personally have always thought that's a terrible idea, because as soon as you can do that, you know, as soon as I can just give any random player any material I want, I can now start selling those on the real world market, right? I can say, hey, I'll give you 10 modified meta firmware for $5, right?
Yeah.
And Frontier have said many times they're never going to allow that, which I think is great. But I thought that maybe with Squadrons, you do kind of like power play, where once you're squatted up for X amount of time, say a month, now you can share resources between each other, right? So that would prevent people from just very quickly, willy-nilly sharing things. You'd have to make a really severe commitment, which you're not going to do lightly. But otherwise, what is it going to give us? A tag on our ship?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, a group chat maybe, a social menu.
Is it?
I don't know.
Maybe all stuff that we do in. Stuff that I don't want to do in game. Anyway, do you guys use the voice services in game ever over Discord?
No, because they're really annoying with the voice effects.
Right. I actually kind of dig the voice effect, but the fact that I can't use 2 separate audio devices, which for me is a must, I can't use it. Right. So but I've always thought it was funny that 1,200 years from now, cell phones still suck. Right, because the audio quality is so bad.
Good quality of life suggestion in Plata's chat. From Ibalese, don't know how that's pronounced. Sorry if I'm butchering it. Something that only affects a handful of players, but it's an important one. Quality of life improvements, settings to help people who are colorblind.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard. I personally never thought about that, but I've heard a couple people say that. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, have you tried not being colorblind? I mean,
no, you just get those chroma glasses. You just buy those in chroma glasses. Come on.
I mean, just switch 3D mode on. Just switch 3D mode on. Do the red. Yeah. Oh god, that is...
There should be some options to change it, because like different people have color blindness for different sets of colors. I think red, green is a very common one. So
it is. Yeah.
They do need to do something like that, like giving people the ability to customize their HUD internally.
Yep.
It's a win. It's a simple win.
I mean, that's been requested for 2 years now.
Yeah.
Right. And obviously, the game has the capability. Just give us a fucking interface for it. How hard is that? Yeah. Right. We get this big interface to customize our commander, which I've used all of once. Why couldn't that be added into that interface very, very easily?
Eblis. All right.
By the way, I'm just going to quickly say to my stream, I'm about to jump into the Guardian Beacon. I know a number of you guys have seen this before. For those of you that haven't, it is really, really damn impressive. We'll charge it here in just a second so you can see it all, in its fantastic glory. So if you've not seen this and you're kind of not paying attention to the screen at the moment, you might want to look. Sorry, just throwing that out there.
I've just jumped into the system which I pasted in, and I'm not seeing anybody.
My beacon's on.
My beacon is also on.
Yeah, and I see Plater.
Okay, I see your.
And if you look at the POIs, you should see the beacon on your POI.
I'm not seeing it for some reason. Although I might see it in a minute.
There it is.
There it is.
I've seen it unexplored.
One thing I am
do you have points of interest turned on? Are you filtering?
No.
I mean, what sensors do you have, or what discovery scanner?
Oh, I've probably got a piece of crap.
You should still see it because
I don't have a discovery scanner at all on this, actually, for some stupid reason. You should get a free one every time you buy one. I can see the wake.
We'll just come to our bacons, right?
Yeah, I'll jump in on the bacon.
Bacon. A couple of people have said on my stream, we're talking about what it doesn't have yet. Yes, they have still confirmed it has the mining update, yawn. It has the exploration update, which, granted, I actually am looking forward to. Some of that did look really cool. So there definitely is content coming, right? It's just that the big meat and potatoes of it, which is the fleet carriers, certainly my opinion. And I was looking forward to ice planets too, because I do really enjoy the SRV. Those are what is not coming right now.
I think what's happened is they took a look at No Man's Sky and they went, right.
Exigis, apparently the guys have lost your stream.
Oh. Oh, shit, it did stop. What the fuck?
Yeah. So
thank you for telling me that.
Someone in chat just mentioned it, so.
That was weird. Sorry about that, guys. I just restarted it, so it should be back up. Yeah, if my chats could confirm that the stream is back, that would be groovy. Sorry about that. Don't know what the hell just happened.
I'm actually gonna do something which I normally do on my streams, which I'm sure you won't mind me doing. guys, everyone make sure you hit the like button on the stream that you're watching. The reason why I'm just going to say that is because it helps, promote and push. YouTube's algorithm likes it when we do stuff like that. So please do hit the like button.
Okay, great. And my chat saying
it's free. It's free. There's no reason why not to do it. Now, I was going to say these energy pylons. Have you noticed that they look like?
The gas cannon does it, by the way.
That's good. You notice they look like the beams coming out of them should be facing a different direction. I don't know if you've...
Yes.
Yes. It feels it.
Yes. Where you charge the pylons?
Yeah, they should be...
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, pointing a different direction.
Yes. It's coming out of the top of it where it's solid versus coming out of the bottom where it's not.
Yeah.
Right, you're absolutely right. It's completely bugged and it's coming out the wrong side. It's probably an example of the art department getting it right and the implementation team not. So anyway, so back to so we are getting the exploration and the mining update. So that's good. You know, I'm looking forward to both of those. You know, they've also said that they've confirmed after I think Braven hinted at that we were going to that no, we are not getting any paid content this year. So there's no premium. You know, there's no premium paid content at all, which I don't know that I have a great opinion on one way or the other. I mean, I guess it would have been nice to get something. I'm glad that I didn't, you know, that I'm not a lifetime buyer at this point.
Oh, don't say it.
Right, you know, to rub some salt
point
in
to
it.
some people.
Yeah, it is a sore point to some people, and I can kind of understand why it would be. I mean, I'm always a bit dubious when it comes to lifetime passes and stuff, because of this very reason that you never know what you're gonna get. So
yeah, no, absolutely. What the hell? My stream stopped again.
What?
Okay, hold on. Maybe I've got something.
Okay, here it is.
Sorry, guys. I think I know what it might be. Okay, I think it's fixed, guys. Forgive me about that. It's my fault. New computer build this week, and I think I've got something bound to the wrong hotkey, and it's actually pressing the hotkey for stop stream, which I just unbound. So shouldn't happen again.
I mean,
boy, I'm just all over the place.
That's just impressive.
Yeah, the beacon. Are we talking about the beacon being impressive?
Oh no, the key.
Oh yeah. The beacon is impressive, though. I gotta say, this is one of my more. Again, the art and sound departments continue to nail it.
Oh, 100%. And that's always the shame, I feel, where you know you've got these amazing set pieces, and unfortunately the gameplay around them isn't as, I guess, engaging as it could be.
As it should be?
Yeah.
What do we think about the Guardian relics that are inside our fighters giving us cancer? You know what I'm talking about? Like if you look at the left and right of fighters, especially if you boost and they all static. I mean, they look cool.
Would they give you cancer though, or would they just fry your arms off?
Probably just fry us, I guess.
I mean, you are very kind of packed into them, aren't you? Like I think with the fighters, it's Oh, and also that's a good point. Icky in my chat here has said, "It's okay. You aren't really a new fighter."
I guess that's
a good
true.
point.
You're not, are you?
So
that's true. You're not, are you?
Which makes it.
Saying as there's so much electricity, lightning going on, wouldn't that interrupt the signal?
No, because telepresence can literally go across the galaxy.
Yeah, it's subspace. So... Yeah, it's subspace.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is there subspace in Elite?
Well, it's not, but I'm going to call it that.
Which it travels through which? I don't know.
Hyperspace.
It goes through hand-wavy space, isn't it?
Yeah, hand-wavy. Absolutely. Which begs the question: why is there actually a holographic version of you sitting in the seat? Then
don't
ask too many questions. Don't overthink it.
Right? Do you want me to shoot anything?
No. I mean, we can do it again. I charged it for him.
I just picked up the.
That's charged.
With a key.
Here, I just
even
shot
though
something.
I don't need the key, but I picked it up.
Let me get back in my show. So let's see. Continuing on, we just said that again. No premium content coming this year. I think that's probably a massive disappointment for some. Not totally surprising for others. Let's see.
Wow, that did not take long to charge.
Yeah, and that's really all those are all the key points that I had. A few of the things that we said was surprising, just kind of how bad some of the communication in this is. It's nice to get, if I try to go to a positive side of it, right? It is nice to finally get some communication, period. So that's definitely, nice. Beyond that, though, it sure is hard to spin this in any positive way, isn't it?
So you'll be pleased to know, Exegius, that I just did a flight assist off turn, keeping the pylon on target. Thank you.
All right. Sorry.
I just got teleported 8 kilometers away in my fighter.
Did you?
Yeah, I was kind of like well and truly wedged inside of the beacon and activated it, and it teleported me away.
Oh, interesting.
Dalek scanner. Need to scan it, don't we?
Yeah, I can scan it. My scanner somewhere it is. So yeah, for those that haven't done this yet, and if you haven't unlocked the fighters, it's a massive pain in the ass. Thanks to the Epsilon data. They are a lot of fun. They do look great. And on a side note, so far, seemingly they might be, other than their hull is really pathetic, the weapons so far are pretty damn effective. The shard cannon in some early testing I've done is at short, close range, very powerful. Will be left to be seen, how effective at all, if it is for PvP.
Oh, I made a mistake.
What'd you do?
Mistakes were made.
You might say I'm a bit wedged in.
Are you inside there?
Yeah,
you're inside it, aren't you?
I'm literally
closed around you. That's great.
Don't worry, Plater. I'll get you out.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
So let's do the exact thing that caused the problem in the first place. Oh no, I'm not like I feel more stuck. I look more stuck now.
Can you get out? I got my asp stuck in there.
You should be able to. I should literally just be able to just.
Oh, you
go
know what?
sideways.
You can target these things and fire pack hounds at the pylons. Oh, of course, it doesn't actually hit the pylon though. It hits the wrong spot. Look at where it hits. Can you see where I'm shooting the Scorpius?
Yeah.
I have the pylon locked, but look at where it's actually hitting the structure. Oh, that's pretty funny. Did you say the plasma charger would not charge them?
Yeah, the plasma autocannon would not. Which is
okay. So I have the plasma charger, the Guardian one in my main ship. Let me see if it'll do it. Oh, it doesn't look like it will either. Hold on a second. Don't fire on it. Yeah, it won't charge. The plasma chargers don't do it at all.
Well, there we go.
Interesting. The Gauss cannon did it. That's weird.
So that must be, I don't know, thermal-based weaponry instead of absolute, but does it?
Hello there.
Maybe. That might actually be exactly what it is. You're right, because the plasma chargers are absolute damage. I bet you're exactly right. That it takes either kinetic or thermal.
Should be working now.
Later out of there.
Cool. So we'll see.
And somebody on my stream just asked. No, I wasn't able to do it, Dunkel. I haven't yet killed. Have you guys killed a interceptor with a sidewinder yet?
No.
Bloody Fang's done it. I got close. I got 3 hearts down.
See how far away I am?
I just saw you teleport. Holy shit! Yeah.
Yeah. That is Alden, you're 100% right. Instructions unclear. Stuck inside Guardian Beacon. Oops. Incoming missile. Wait, what? Pack hounds.
Where would that be coming from? They shouldn't do too much damage. You could probably outrun them too. Nope.
Oh no, no. Drag munitions.
The drag
effect. Right,
yeah, drag on them. Yeah. I did. Honestly, their whole. It's actually a lightweight pack hound rack I put on here just for screwing around like this because pack hounds are so much fun.
Where's the thingy? The key.
It should be at the bottom. Did you not get it last time, player?
I did, but it should eject another one.
Yeah, I'm after it.
And that's kind of the top tip if you have to do more than one run at a Guardian Ruins, is that just farm the key.
It is nice that you can just farm as many keys as you want, and you don't have to log in and out. So like that forum post, somebody posted on the subreddit, I think the subject was trying to wrap my head around this, that you can do this over and over without logging, yet you have to do everything else multiple times logging, specifically the Epsilon data. It took me, I think, 52 minutes to get 56 of them that I need. I had enough for the first fighter already. But, for 56 minutes of me just logging in and out, going to my turret, scanning that, going to my turret, scanning that one, logging out, logging in, going to my turret. I mean, just for 56 minutes, right? I just Sorry, we promised to Scorpius we weren't going to be salty all stream today. Right?
Yeah, you.
And Yamix is in here too, so it should be easier.
Do you know what we're talking about, Scorp?
Yeah.
But how bright is that? It's good now.
Pretty damn bright.
Yeah, Aposto, one of the leaders in my player group, just posted the quote, right? Squadrons is still a major part of the Beyond Chapter 4 update. However, fleet carriers specifically were prioritized and unfortunately won't be making it. What?
See, that was something that was promised almost a year ago.
Again, it's so. Yeah, I'm curious. Like in my chat, like does anybody not agree with the fact that the fleet carriers are the main part of the update? Right? Is there anybody that thinks that that's not the case?
I think it was one of the highly anticipated.
I think I would argue that it was the most anticipated part.
Something so new. It wasn't like an improvement on a game mechanic. It was an addition of a new mechanic, and I think that was the thing that everyone always looks forward to. And unfortunately, they just didn't deliver. There is going to be no delivery whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather find out now than later.
I'd rather them not do it and it suck than them do. I'd rather them not do it and it come out good than them do it and it suck. I will say that, right? And part of me wonders if that's not the reason, right? If they've realized that something about it just isn't there, right, and isn't done right, and that if they release it the way it is now, and they don't have time in the next 2 months to get that right, it really is hard to wrap your head around that, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, last year at the Expo, because this is when I got to have a chat with Sandro and Adam in person, sat there over breakfast, hungover as hell, talking about Squadrons.
Sorry.
Being greatest, sitting there having a chat with them about it. And they were talking about, some ideas around it, and it was all concept at that point. There was nothing had been decided upon. It was literally all concept stuff. And that's cool, And
this was when?
This was that October? Yeah, October last year. October 2017. So, 10 months. It's a bit of a... it could have been definitely... Maybe we shouldn't put it to a priority, because as soon as they mentioned it, people went nuts in the crowd, didn't they, Score?
Yeah, they did.
The idea of it, everyone was like shit was lost. It was just like... Really exciting stuff.
I mean... and we're also talking about a feature that No Man's Sky even has. Right? I mean, No Man's Sky has carriers where you can have all your ships and send them out on missions and.
Yeah. Right? Only 4 players though. I mean.
True. I mean, true.
What? Right? Like wings that are much bigger than 4 players.
I was just about to say.
Oh no! I'm sorry, Scott. I had to say it, didn't I? I had to say something.
You did.
But yeah, I mean, to be fair, there is a very, I mean, the difference between No Man's Sky and Elite Dangerous is, I think it's still a bit chalk and cheese. You are very much looking at the fact that one is a space sim, one is a sci-fi game. It definitely is different.
I mean,
but
the only reason I compare them, look, obviously they get compared because they're both space games, right? So they do, in a lot of ways, appeal to a similar audience. No Man's Sky doesn't really appeal to me at all because I don't like survival games, right? I play Elite because of the flight mechanics that I'm doing right now, right? I want to fly a spaceship, not survive.
Yeah.
But it is also easy to compare, 2 space games that 2 years ago had X amount of content. One had a lot of support from the community, a long history base of that community. The other had the entire hate of the entire internet, plus getting death threats. And 2 years later, one of those teams of 10 or less have completely and totally turned it around and kicked ass and amazed everyone, where everything you read now about No Man's Sky is basically, wow, No Man's Sky's turned it around, or have they turned it around, or wow, you know, they've done this amazing thing. And now the chat around Elite is not that.
Yeah, it's sad.
Right? Yeah, I mean, and I have no desire to Twitch, right? But those are the facts, right? You know, I mean, we get ship launch fighters that take, you know, probably for all three of them, start to finish, 6 hours to unlock. They get, you know, a creative mode with base building and freighters and terrain editability and yada. I mean, on and on and on, right?
Well, I'll tell you something. I'll just drop in here.
Hey.
Just drop in for a few minutes. I keep banging on about it. I know, crack record, but I do. City of Heroes. All right, for a large part of its time, City of Heroes was a paid subscription model, but it went free to play eventually. For the last few years of its life, it was free to play. During its existence from 2004 to 2012, it had 23 major free updates and 2 paid updates.
Okay.
Right? 23 free major in that time. And they pretty much always told us at least something of what was coming up. In some cases, we knew exactly what was coming up in a big announcement, in a big update, because it was story driven. And the story had been deliberately written to lead up to the fact that there was this big thing coming out. You know, like when they introduced villains and when they introduced the rogue zone, that you could have heroes turn up and they could be vigilantes and shift from being good to bad, things like that. We knew these were coming pretty much explicitly because they told us. And that is the one thing that Frontier never do. And I just do not understand it. They perpetually tease us with these little hints. Oh, something big's coming. Oh, this is nice. Oh, you're going to like this. We're not going to tell you what it is. We can't tell you yet. We don't know. Sorry, no information. And then you wonder why people get pissed off and go and play something else. You're just literally not telling them anything. You could sell this. You could pitch it. Okay, whatever you release is going to be bugged. We know this. It's going to have problems. You're going to have to fix it on the fly. That's not going to change whether you tell us what it is or not. There's no reason to play your cards so close to your chest when we all know that whatever you release is going to be bugged anyway. It's not like you're defending yourself or protecting yourself, because we know, you know. So just tell us what it is, then we can anticipate it.
Yep.
Because it's going to be bugged. You're not going to get
all the speculation and bitching can stop, right? It's
exactly. I mean, if they chuck us out atmospheric landings, say, then we know it's going to be bugged. People are going to complain about it when it's launched because that's what's going to happen, regardless.
Right. That's what's going to
exactly. Yeah, accept that's going to happen.
Yes.
And just pitch it to us and let us enjoy the fact that it's coming anyway. Build us up for it. I don't know. Maybe get some new people to buy the game before it comes out because you're selling it as an advertising point. Just a suggestion, you know.
Yep.
Don't not tell us what's coming, because that's not going to serve any purpose.
I mean, there was
You're not going to win any friends doing that.
Someone who saw I saw one of the comments on the teaser trailer, and they literally said that 34-second trailer showed all of the new content that's going to be in this update.
That's right.
And I mean, here we are sat at that thing that was featured in the teaser, and there isn't that much more.
And it took 34 seconds to charge the thing, doesn't it? I mean, maybe a little longer than that, obviously, but it's.
I wasn't being efficient.
No, but my point is, like, yeah, this is pretty much all there is to it. Right? I mean, this is very cool. I wouldn't say the new structure, which we're going to head to in a second as we chat, it's, you know, it's a new layout. It's actually worse than the other ones because it's such a pain in the ass because so many more sentinels spawn at it. So the whole process of unlocking the fighters is so much more work than things like it in the past have been, right? Why do they lock all this stuff behind? For one fighter, I would say, again, if you've never done any of the Guardian stuff and you're brand new to it, would you guys say it's a 4-hour process to do one fighter? Maybe 3? From sitting down, outfitting, and
certainly
unlocking it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you include travel time as well, and actually, you know what? I started unlocking them when I already had loads of other parts. The only thing that I needed was the epsilon data. That was literally that's the only thing that I needed. So, I mean, if you're talking about gathering the power conduits, the guardian technology components, the Sentinel wreckage, that's the
wreckage components.
One. Yeah. Yep. Plus the epsilon data. I mean, epsilon data is actually not that bad. I mean, if you follow the guide on my channel, self promotion, I say where to find them, and it is literally it's boring. Don't get me wrong, it's boring, and it's unless you want to literally fly around each guardian site on the off chance, go down there, scan what's there, leave, go to a different one. To kind of maintain your immersion, because not being funny, no one's personal narrative involves flying around planet to planet, scanning something that may or may not give you what you want when you can just do it quicker.
That's right.
Right.
So, I mean, why does Elite's always been the game where you have to? The way I've always looked at it is there's days or hours, multiple hours when I work, so that then later I can play. Why is that? Right? And that's just the nature of the beast. We all know it's that way, right? And there's days I spend 4 to 6 hours just grinding out materials and doing engineering, so that then later I have whatever ship or experimental effect I want, so I can have some fun and play some combat. Or I go grind out credits for 4 to 6 hours, so that later I can afford the almost $2 billion I spent on rebuys already, right? Why? I mean, I've never ever seen a video game that worked that way.
I've got a question for you. This whole thing with the new thing. So we've got three sectors where these beacons could be. Now, not systems, but sectors, and you had to go and find them. And there's no tools to help you to narrow it down.
Right. Because they don't even show on the galaxy map as Civilization Guardian, do they?
But then they wouldn't do that anyway unless you visited them.
Well,
the other one too.
The only thing is that you jump into the system, and as long as it's within 1,000 light seconds, you can see it.
But there's no gameplay there.
No.
You are just basically jumping, see if you can see it jumping. Why didn't they do some sort of Marco Polo kind of thing, or like Minesweeper or something? So you go to a system and you scan, and it shows you how hot or cold you are, and you can see You've been given the whole thing. So we've seen an energy source. Like, you've been told there's a goddamn energy source there. So why didn't you show this big glowing nebulous energy source when you look at it? Holy crap, that's covering a big wide open area.
Yep.
And so it's your job then to go to the edges and say, okay, let me scan again, to try and narrow it down, to triangulate the position, instead of like players needing to have like a degree in like trigonometry and shit. But then it says, right, well, it's not here, and this part of that big glowy thing is now much smaller because it's obviously not in this location. Go to the opposite side, and then you can narrow it down, and eventually you get to the actual system which is the signal is emanating from. That is gameplay. That is not go to first system. Is it there? No.
Yep.
Go to first system. Is it there?
Somebody in my
go
chat
to first system. Is there? No. Oh, fuck it, I'm going to just go on Canon's website. They've already done this shit.
Exactly. Right.
But that's what people do.
No, you're right. Absolutely. Or they come to our videos, or, I mean, absolutely they do. Right?
And this is the thing I keep saying about grind. People are, grind, grind. But I as I keep saying, sport is the oldest grind humanity has. It's the same thing over and over again. All sports are, by definition, the same thing. And yet we all watch games, we all play games. And why is that? And that's because in sport, things have a bit of variety and a bit of skill. And it's because the laws of physics are not identical each time. When you hit a ball, it's not going to land in exactly the same spot because of friction there, it's going to all this, wind, whatever.
Right.
And your skill as the human is to try and overcome those little vagaries and try and make that ball hit that same spot every time. And that's why people do it. It's the grind. People appreciate the skill of sport.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
well, I mean, there's also
parking next to an obelisk and logging in and logging out and logging in and logging out.
Right.
There is no variety. There is no skill. So that is grind. That is grind that you
I
do
mean,
not want.
well, sometimes I click the mouse button with a different finger, though. So actually, there is a lot of variety there. I mean, I've got
sometimes
options.
click the mouse button after making your arm go dead.
Yeah, so it feels like it's someone else.
You close your eyes and fish around on the screen and go, I'm going to click there. Is that right? But that's the thing. There's no skill in any of this grind.
No.
That's right.
Even when you're killing rats in Warcraft, like because you need to kill 300 of them to get one rare drop or something. At least there's a bit of variety in the way they attack sometimes. But there is no variety. There is no skill in the grind in Elite at all.
Yeah.
So when
if
you
they had
stick an
that thing that I
arbitrary
suggested,
number on
the
something
skill.
like you need 26 of these. Why do you need 26 of these Epsilon data units?
Yeah,
Why
get one and make it
78 of them.
Who decided that number? And the point is, do you get 3 from each drop now anyway?
You do.
Because
you do.
because they screwed it up in the first place, giving you 1.
You do.
They decided, I know, rather than put some skill element in, let's just
We'll just triple it.
You get.
Right.
What? It makes no sense. There is no skill, there's no variety, there is no joy, there is no fun.
That's right.
In the
Well,
grind.
I would argue that each of the things, like doing the beacon the first time, doing the structures that we're heading to now the first time, is really cool. Doing it the third time is really cool. Right? I've now done this structure puzzle we're going to see. I've literally done it 71 times now.
Yes.
I mean, seriously, I've done it 71 times to make all the videos that I have, and between my 2 different accounts to unlock the FSD and all that kind of shit, right? It's not fun the 71st time anymore. It's frustrating as fuck, right?
I'd probably not eat Weetabix 71 times.
I mean, right? Like,
Smart move.
Like it's somebody in my chat asked, then why do we love it so much, right? And I would say, I have a joke answer, a real answer. The joke answer is I always said Elite is like a really, really hot girlfriend who is just a fucking bitch, right? When it's good, oh my God, is it good? But man, when she is pissed off, it just sucks.
Don't forget that she's a perpetual tease as well.
Exactly.
She's always promising to put something out for you, and then never does.
But that birthday comes around. Well, on your birthday, oh my God, it's so good. You wait until Christmas for it again, right?
I don't know how to break this to you, Exegius, though. She doesn't just tease you, mate. She's been teasing me.
No shit.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Nothing but empty promises and whispers.
But the thing there is, in seriousness, the thing about Elite is I think we all would agree. And again, we tried not to be salty today, and it's just hard to not go there with this update today, with this announcement. But when Elite is good, it's fucking awesome.
Oh, it's the best.
Right? I mean, when exactly when you get into VR and you experience something for the first time, or especially if you're a combat fan, and I'd say for me, PvP almost saved the game for me, because it does kind of back to Turgeon's thing about sport, right? For me, PvP is different every time, right? Every different encounter, every different component, every different kind of weapon, strategy, CQC, same thing, right? Awesome game mode, right? But the things that go around that, the work that it takes to get to have those enjoying moments is what is so hard to get past, right? Unfortunately, when it's good, it's so good, it's worth it.
Why didn't they put these fighters in CQC as a standalone?
Don't even mention CQC.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then you could experience them. Go, oh, these are cool. I want to grind for this, and you could, you could do it then. Put it in CQC as a standalone module, like it used to be. Get people in. Get people in to buy the game because they're playing CQC, the standalone module.
If you ask me, CQC should be made free to play.
CQC
should be straight up free to play. I know. Well, it was sold as an extra, as an add-on.
They did it for free after, and then they took it away because it was too much to maintain for a standalone module that no one was playing, and that was the issue. Is that because it had no development go into it, and you can't expect people to join in and play something if there's no development going into it, because it becomes old, becomes stagnant, or if it's broken and never gets fixed, multi-crew. So, for example,
becomes old and stagnant. 26 Epsilon data.
Exactly.
How do you balance these two mindsets?
Progression and development. You either have to do constant story-driven content and updates. Because, for example, I want to talk about World of Warcraft for a minute. That is very much that's a game that essentially core gameplay has not changed that much. When you think about it, you're still doing all the same stuff. You go into dungeons, you're fighting groups of people. It's become easier to do, easier to achieve these, taking part in all these things. but it's still the same stuff. And regularly, everything that you've done gets wiped, and then you have to go forward and carry on doing it. And you know, all that top tier gear that you did and stuff, it's gone. But that's because the goalposts are being extended. The gameplay is being increased. There's adding more, you know, level cap going up, as well as more content, more things to do. But in Elite Dangerous, everything just gets moved around a little bit. It gets shuffled. You know, so you've got the okay, it's patch day. What we've done is we've pulled the curtain across, we've shuffled the pieces, and now we've opened it again. And enjoy, get yourself involved.
And how long did it? With this patch, how long did it take you guys to pretty much explore all the new content? I mean, I was done in 4 hours.
Well, let's assume we've found it all. So.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I guess
you have to.
In the patch. No, that's fair. That's fair. Well, actually, you know what? That's a good segue to the next thing I think we should discuss, if like to get something a little more positive.
Yes.
Is talking about the Gnosis jumping into Cone. Right. I'll preface that for those that don't know what we're talking about. So the Gnosis is one of the mega ships. It's the Cannon Research mega ship, and so they've decided, I guess with Frontiers, let them whatever. They're going to jump into the Cone sector on the 6th, if I'm remembering right. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
and okay, on September 6th. It'll be there for a month. You have to be on the Gnosis before it gets there. We can find the links and get them to you guys. They're in the forums and the Reddit. But once it jumps in there, there's been some speculation and rumor about what it's going to find. And part of that has been potentially, it's one of the rumors that I've heard is they think it's potentially going to find a Thargoid hive ship. It's also rumored to the new Hydra, which is the level 6 or level 9 threat that was added in the update that then subsequently got immediately bugged. Apparently, are you know rumored to be there as well. So it's still a little bit of speculation. The negative bummer about it is if you to go there, you've got to be on the Gnosis, and then you're essentially stuck there for a month because you can't jump out of the system until the Gnosis jumps out. So the only way to leave the system early would be to self-destruct and take a default Sidewinder, meaning you would lose the value of that entire ship. You'd lose any engineering. You could. One friend of mine said he was going to store all his modules on it, self-destruct, take a Sidewinder, and then transfer the modules from the Gnosis, because it does at least have outfitting. It does not have a shipyard though, and so so it's like I'm there in my alt account, my exploration account. I'm guessing or curious if you guys are. I know Obsidian's not here today, but I know Obsidian is on it in his alt account as well. So yeah, what have you guys heard? What do you guys think?
Well, all I know is that there will be Goids. That's the we've seen the information from, well, the poster from Canon just saying they're working with the Anti-Xeno Initiative and all this kind of stuff. And obviously the Anti-Xeno Initiative as well are doing what's called the Second Labour, where they are literally all shipping out to go and fight these things, which is pretty cool. I mean, that's personal narrative done right, I think.
Yeah,
I mean, emerging content and stuff.
Is.
You know, it's all those key buzz phrases, but they are correct buzz phrases.
I think it's a bit of a bummer that it's going to be there for a month, because I think that does, again, severely limit who can do this.
Yeah, it does. But everyone has an opportunity to go and to be there and be ready.
They do.
But you do have to travel 1,600 light years to then get on the Gnosis before you go and do the jump.
I got on it its last stop when it was only like 500 away. But yeah, now I guess my question is, I'll admit, I'm going to be really surprised if they do find a hive ship. And B, I'm also going to say, I'm sorry to be negative again, but I'm going to say if that's the case, I think that's another case of it's a bummer that they've once again locked something like that into an area that if you don't get there in the right time, if you don't have the right ship to go out there for it, if you're not willing to dedicate a month of gameplay to it, you're not going to get to see this thing firsthand. So like most things, you're going to have to see it on YouTube. Right? And I
if
think
it is them, sorry to be a bit salty, but
no.
Why is it Canon gets to see it first?
That's another...
No,
because they're the only ones really who've been Like, right, they've got the manpower.
That's
and
right,
fair
that's
play
right.
To solve the puzzles with the audio scans, and it should be in game. Frontier.
That's right. That's right.
It should be in game. But
Well, hell,
it
most
falls to
players
canon
don't even
now to
necessarily
solve all this.
Well, here's another thing. What in game would tell you who canon research is? Nothing.
No one.
Right? I mean, there's no way to learn any of this information from the game. If
No,
you didn't, if
exactly.
you weren't watching streams, paying attention to the forums, YouTube, right, and all that kind of stuff, which, look, we're all happy to have you guys watch us. We're all happy to deliver the content for you guys, but it shouldn't have to be this way, right? It shouldn't be required to do it this way.
I think I just clobbered your Anaconda, Plato. Sorry about that.
Please don't. It's got exploration shields on, which is about 400 megajoules. It's not gonna last. If you damage it, there'll be trouble.
No, somebody. Sorry, just to clarify a couple of questions I've seen somebody say. If you're out in Cone Sector and you die, you absolutely would respawn on the Gnosis. It doesn't have a shipyard in the sense that you can dock there. That doesn't mean you wouldn't respawn in your ship there. A shipyard would mean you can't transfer a ship there or transfer a ship out. Right? So if you're in that sector, you're doing combat, and you get exploded, absolutely you would respawn in that ship just fine.
Great question from someone
Just
here in chat, which actually probably is worth answering. Dead Star Omega here has asked, will we be able to transfer modules to the Gnosis after the jump in? The answer would be yes.
I would,
because
I would agree. Yeah, I mean,
no reason why not. And
Right.
that's
They would
actually,
have to change the game
it's a
mechanic
good
to break
point.
that.
So what you could potentially do is, prepare all of your anti-Xeno stuff for the jump. Don't worry about transferring it until you realise how much trouble you're going to be in.
Well, what we were suggesting to people was what I would do if I was going to do it for combat is I would engineer a Guardian. I mean, if I was going to engineer, I would build or engineer a crate, right? I would jump in with the crate with at least heavy duty or, military grade heavy duty hull, because once you get there, you can store the hull and it'll put a lightweight on it. So now you've got an exploration crate. You transfer all your weapons and hull engineering and shields and all that over. So now you've got one ship that you can have a 55, pretty easy engineered with the FSD booster, a 55 light year jump range crate that's great for exploration, and then you've got pretty much the best anti-Thargoid ship, in my opinion, in the game, right? Transfer all the weapons to it, and bam, you've got one ship that if you are going to be there for a month, I definitely think that's the way to do it.
I mean, I've transferred an Anaconda out there that's unengineered apart from jump range because it's on my second account, and it's. The second account has no unlocks because
right. Me too. I'm in my exploration
I
ass.
just
right?
can't be bothered,
Yeah.
to go through.
I've got a few unlocks in it that I did just to do videos for my channel because I'd already unlocked everything by the time I started the channel. But other than that, yeah, I have no interest in engineering ships. Like I got no interest to grind out things for two different accounts, right? Why the hell would I do that?
Yeah.
I went to see Futility Varsia, but that's about it. That's all I've done.
Yeah, exactly.
I might have done guns on this account because Ascorbius is not much of a fighter.
Gotcha.
Whereas Elscorbius is supposed to be a baddie. Supposed to be.
And yeah, and I think a couple of people have said they went in an exploration ship because they thought it would be, the point was to explore unexplored space, and that absolutely is part of the goal, right? That's been up until the last several days. That was kind of the point, right? Now this hype has grown around there being Thargoid content there, which sure would have been nice if that buzz didn't come out a week or so ago, so people would have had more time to prepare for it. Because I think that appeals to a much wider audience. But the idea of finding unexplored stuff, and my hope would be that if there is a hive ship found, there will be some sort of cinematic or some sort of interesting thing that is non-combat related, at least to get to see something.
Like a quick time event, because
right.
That's kind of
That's right. That's kind of what the hype predictions initially were, right? Exactly what the hype predictions were.
Because I mean, as everyone knows, my first high prediction, I immediately opened fire on the Thargoid as soon as I could.
So it's all your fault.
No, I mean, don't blame me. I mean, no. Yeah, alright, you probably could blame me. I mean, a lot of people have blamed me personally for the Thargoid War. I'm pretty sure the storyline was decided beforehand. And
I think Jameson started it a couple hundred years ago, didn't he?
No, he finished it. He finished the last one.
Yeah, he did.
Well, that's my point,
right?
That's right.
But
he
yeah,
took the piece out, bitches.
Well,
I actually think it's a shame. The original high predictions to me were much cooler than they are now, right? When they came from behind you and the music and the sound was much creepier and you didn't know what was going on. And now the high prediction itself is cool, but once you drop it, it's just like, oh, hey, here we are. We're going to shut you down. Well, we're scanning you. Okay, we're going to leave.
I wish that I'd been high predicted in VR for the first time. And I've only recently, picked up VR and, you know, I would love to go back and experience that for the first time, because
to me the two coolest things I've ever seen in VR was the high prediction and capital ships dropping in. Right, those two things in VR.
Those cool. I got high predicted in VR for the first time. So that was awesome.
Yeah, and sorry, Plato, I didn't mean to cut you off there, buddy.
That's right.
Yes, you did.
It's right. I mean, Americans have been cutting Brits off in one way or another for centuries now.
Shots fired!
Oh man, little salt there, huh? Little salt.
You guys said no salt. You lied.
It's the tea.
I'm sorry we kicked your ass. And now we have the bigger, better, freer country.
Oh!
I'm not gonna say all the things running through my mind at all. And the reason why I'm not gonna say it,
stupider. We're just a lot stupider.
The reason why I won't say anything is, you know, obviously, Mrs. Plater is American, and
that's right.
I do like America as a country. And
you want to have sex again? I get it.
At some point, it would be good. Yeah. Plus, you know. According to my analytics, about 33% of the people watching are also American. So, hey guys, it's cool.
You know, that's actually an interesting question. I wonder. We'll have to look later, what your breakdown of USA to UK is versus mine. Like, I wonder if you have a stronger UK audience than I would. You know, given your dulcet tones.
No, you never know. I mean, what I will say is that typically, 33% Brits, 33% America, and 33% the rest of the world. That is literally the way it works.
I don't think I have. I'm looking real quick. I don't think I have that high of a UK audience. I think it's like, I want to say mine's over 50% US. By the way, have we not had a single Sentinel spawn?
No. The reason why we haven't is okay. I will make them happen.
Oh, you haven't charged the pylon.
No, I haven't. Because
I'll get back in my ass because I'm going to shoot them for you.
The pylons that pop up.
That's why I'm in my fighter.
Yeah, so none of the pylons will pop up until you've activated the two at the very top.
Right. Yep. Okay, yeah, by the way, my viewer percentages are 42% United States, 20% UK. Oh, well, and then everything else. Right?
Okay. This is upside down.
Interesting.
Nah, this is the right way up. Okay, we have got Sentinel spawns.
I'm coming. Since I'm not in VR, I can't still see. Shoot at it.
That's the trouble, isn't it?
It's so damn dark.
Yeah, I was acing him. Well, for a version of acing. The other day.
You got him targeted? Oh, I see him now. I see him now.
It's the one shooting me. It's the one shooting. It's one shooting me straight in the face.
Not in the face.
Of course, I'm like overheating on the second damn shot.
I mean, no.
No, it doesn't one shot him, does it?
No, I mean, like, no pressure or anything, but no,
I'm on him.
I'm coming.
I got him. He's dead.
Babies.
Oh no, he's not.
Where is he?
I'm melting myself. This stupid Gauss cannon. Boy, this isn't doing a great job. Oh, my thruster's just malfunctioned. Great, flying this thing FA off is not easy. Oh, there he goes. You got him.
Yeah,
I wasn't much help there.
I took care of it.
I didn't get it.
Did we figure out that the plasma chargers doesn't do any damage against him either? I don't think.
That is absolutely ridiculous if that's the case. That is like one of the things that makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah. You know, I wonder if my pack hounds will.
Like, are we going to find ourselves in this situation where we're only going to have weapons like when larger Guardian AI vessels turn up, which I think they might.
Could be.
I feel like it would be. We're not going to damage them with their own weapons, you know.
I was just about to say, somebody in my chat just posted that killing Guardians with Guardian weapons, poor Guardians.
Apparently we can't. They're immune
that
to
is
their
kind
weapons.
that is kind of an interesting, interesting point.
Yeah.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
I'm gonna try to pack hound him.
Oh God, Scorb, what are you firing at it with?
Lasers.
Didn't seem like pack hounds did much, did it?
That's right.
Come on, I can't target him now.
Oh, who's got point defense?
Me.
Thank goodness.
Oh, I didn't bring point defense. I should. That was a good man. Oh, I don't know if I killed him or not. It blew up right when I hit him, though.
Oh, purple mist.
But I hit him with the plasma charge or something.
Oh wow, and it's leaving behind Guardian wreckage components as well, which is super handy.
Oh good. Oh good, good, good.
It's actually something I need, which is good.
If we, you know, like, let's see, we've been an hour so far. Do we want to keep chatting Cone Sector? Do you guys still have other stuff to throw in, or do we want to play a round of Jeopardy?
I mean, guys are still kind of chatting about the Cone Sector and stuff like that in my chat. So, you know,
no, that's fine. Yeah,
more than happy to keep chatting about that.
We can keep answering this question. Sure, sure.
It is going to be. I do think it's going to be a very bleeding Sentinels.
Is there another one?
Yeah. there's two more, in fact. But yeah, so I think it's going to be an interesting excursion. I'm definitely happy to be going on it, just to see kind of what happens, really. Because what's gonna what on earth is going to be there? Oh God, my poor SRV.
I don't think it's doing anything to it, by the way. Plasma charger or missiles.
That is really sad. I mean, you are hitting it though, aren't you? I mean, that's the...
Oh yeah, I've got it targeted.
Haztech, point defense does not work against Thargoid swarms. The only thing that works against Thargoid swarms is flak. No, flak? Yeah, flak launchers. And
what the hell is that noise?
Oh yeah, that's my bin men coming around, taking the bins away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so also what does work
means trash man.
Oh, so I'm sorry.
Sorry, I had to.
I mean, both are accurate. Sorry, the waste disposal.
There you go.
But yeah, the something else that does work against swarms as well is some of them, they happen in like debris fields, like proper debris fields, like where it's just like small chunks of stuff everywhere. If you manage to get an interceptor in there, then as soon as it spawns its first swarm, they spin around it and they just smash into all of the debris and get destroyed. That's like super satisfying when that happens. Doesn't happen very often. Because you know, you've got to be
they slam into the ships and stuff that are in the debris area. Yeah.
That's pretty satisfying when that happens, because it's just like, huh.
Alright, I'm coming back with the Lance. And yeah, some of my chat are also saying it's just, you know, back to where we're talking about the post from today, is that, you know, it's just so disappointing that there wouldn't be any detail whatsoever, right? That again, it's a non-announcement announcement, right? It's an announcement of what we're not getting, right? There's nothing at all but what we are going to get. Yeah, I think it's a good thing you brought beam lasers.
Yeah.
Right.
But how cool does that fight look?
Good, teacher. I did good. Teacher happy.
It's good, but I keep overheating so badly. There we go. I just need another one. It's so damaged.
What was that?
Oh, that was me blowing up my fighter on purpose.
Oh, there's something I need over there.
I'm just checking it out. All the systems are going once. Oh yeah, so somebody's asking about the Gnosis and everything being permit locked there, and the idea is that it's so permit locked you can't get into it, but once you're in it, there's enough space that you can jump around inside it. I mean, right? So that's why once you get there, you won't be able to get out, but you can, you know, look around in it while you're there.
I feel like there's going to be a mad rush to see who can actually get their name on that system.
Oh,
well.
I think it's going to be a massive PvP fest.
Oh, I know a couple, and I think it's potentially going to be a grief fest in open there, because I know several friends that are of that persuasion that are already on the way to the Gnosis in their combat ships, right? So I definitely think there's going to be some of that. I think it's going to be a shit show in open, right? Which is a bit of a shame, but it's a little bit to be expected. Every time there's something like this that congregates people, right? There's going to be people, you know, that want to laugh at bullying everybody, right?
Make sure you get your name on planet, isn't it? It's like,
oh, it is.
Did you scan that? No, you didn't. Boom.
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm always of the. I mean, my viewers know I'm always of the mindset that, you know, like in some ways I don't even like something like this being grieved to me doesn't make sense. If you have the ability, the ship, the skill, and everything to get there, you should know how to carry yourself. And if you do choose to play an open there, you know, you've chosen to put yourself in that level of risk, right? It's unfortunate. I think we all would agree that there's no benefit to that additional risk. Right, you know, there's no reason almost to play an open other than the, you know, like I try to play an open just because of the you know, immersion of it, you know, whatever you want to call it, my personal narrative. But it is very hard to argue to somebody that you should play this in open when you get nothing out of it. I thought it was interesting. I did a poll on my channel a while back that the question specifically was, if open was buffed, should open be buffed for just everything in open, CGs in open, or no, not at all, right? And this wouldn't be a nerf for solo. Nothing would change for solo. It would just be a buff to open. And the majority of people that answered no, that said no, it shouldn't be, their answer was, you know, that wouldn't be fair to solo players because solo players shouldn't take a pay cut. And I just was like, how does that possibly affect solo at all? If you play in solo, why do you care? Right? It doesn't affect you, right? Your pay is exactly the same it was yesterday as it is today.
It's not a pay cut.
Exactly, right? But if I'm taking the extra risk, shouldn't I get extra pay for that? Of course you should.
Also, once you have your first 200 million, you can literally earn 1 billion credits in a day. At that point, that is
absolutely
it. So your first, you know, your first 100 mil is probably the most difficult, and after that you start. You know, it takes money to make money because you can buy a bigger ship, equip all that kind of stuff.
That's right. Credits become meaningless at some point.
And the thing is, the only people that complain about having like the credit earning.
I wanted to land. It was quicker to kill my fighter than dock it.
So the only people that complain about credits are the people that don't have any because they're not playing lots of. Complain about other people having credits. Are those people that aren't playing as much as those people who or don't want to do grinds. And it's like, you know what? It's completely optional. But then again, it's you can't complain about Bill Gates being a billionaire when I think you'll find that he built that himself. He did that. That's
right. And it has no effect on your gameplay whatsoever. Right? If I earn more credits because I'm taking more risk and you're only going to play in solo, that I mean, by definition, it doesn't affect you in any way, shape, or form. You only play in solo, right? I mean, if it was the other way around, if it was a nerf to solo to therefore make open pay better, that all right, I could see that being a bad thing, right? But again, specifically for community goals being done in open, I've never understood why those don't pay higher for people that do it in open. You're taking all this extra risk that a person doing it open or solo or private are taking none of that risk, and you're making the same pay. And this is coming from me as a PvP pirate. I want people to get a butt pay in CGs because I want them to be encouraged to do it open. Right?
Have you got some more little guys coming out?
Yeah, I decided I would come in my SRV. I'd probably be more help that way.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you can't damage them in, that's so bizarre.
Yeah, exactly, right. Well, the Lance does it with the Gauss cannon, but it's so. And see, somebody told me not to bring the Shard cannon fighter.
I don't know who did that.
I don't know.
No,
man.
I mean,
that guy was a moron, wasn't he?
Yeah, probably. Sounds about right.
What would you do if I ran to the head of the site, charged the 2 pylons, and spilled the vessel blueprint?
I mean,
do you even need it? I thought you had all 3 fighters.
I'm fully unlocked.
We're just doing this. I'm doing this just to do it.
Well, do you want me to help with the pylon, with the science? I can help.
That's why I'm heading to the head of the site right now.
I need the sentinels. That's what I need. So.
Okay. I gotcha.
Floating rocks. Though, I'm glad to see they fixed that bug. Floating rocks.
What's that?
Have you not seen the floating rocks at Guardian sites before?
I don't. And not at Guardian sites. I've seen floating rocks before, but I don't think I've seen them specifically at Guardian sites.
Yeah. So actually, one thing about the Gnosis jumping into a permanent system that's going to be full of Hydras is that's not a problem because the Thargoid content is totally dodgeable.
Exactly. You just don't drop it into the signal sources, right? I mean, you know, since they can't grab you, there's no risk to going there. That's absolutely a good point to make.
Yeah, I'll just touch on that. That's the thing, because I mean, they haven't had time or inclination or whatever to do some staged thing, as far as I'm aware. I mean, it wouldn't be, it wouldn't be in keeping with their MO and things. Do you know what my suspicion is? All they're going to find out there is the wreckage of one of the long-range human ships that tried to hyperjump too far in the past.
I think
They'll find
that's
some
more likely.
Some wreckage with a beacon or two in it, with some message, some cryptic message about Thargoids. And that's all they'll find.
Or some audio
one of the
signal
lost
that
ships.
Audacity for again.
Yeah, but no, that is my best bet. It'll be one of the lost human ships that made a big jump and disappeared. Because there's 2 or 3 in Elite Lore, and it'll be some beacons about being jumped by Thargoids or something. And it'll just be some wreckage with a beacon.
Another Sentinel over here.
Oh, we got Sentinel. Hang on, I'm just moving my camera.
Yeah, I'm on my way to him.
What am I stuck on?
Anyway,
Yeah, I'm stuck.
He's spawning.
he needs helps.
Are you stuck? Stuck? Like, as in...
Nah, it's okay. I'm just random.
Oh, this Sentinel's bugged. He can't get out from underground.
Do you need a boop?
Nah, I'm guessing. I don't. No boops
I
necessary.
thought that one.
I've never seen this one. There's like the ground erupting over here, guys, and the Sentinel can't get out.
Wait, what?
That was the same as well, when they first brought the Sentinels in, it was the same time as they changed the rules for the ground bases that were guarded by ships. And so you just arrived at a location, I'm guarded by a ship, and the ship did nothing, it just stayed parked on the ground. Or sometimes it was parked underground, shooting at you. And they were supposed to have fixed that, but as we can see, Guardian Sentinels can still tunnel, apparently.
This is another just tip for maybe viewers, if you guys know it, is when the Sentinels start shooting at you, if you set your SRB handbrake or parking brake, it makes it a lot harder for them to flip you over.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know that tip, I'm assuming you guys do.
What I usually tend to do with them is just break their line of sight, because they're not...
That works too.
Marvelous ancient technology there, you know.
Yep.
And you go, I can't see him. He's gone behind that pillar.
Exactly.
I can't see him anymore.
Well,
Yeah,
I guess I'll
right,
just
okay.
stop shooting. He disappeared.
Yeah.
Well, it's an interesting thought. Now, the whole go off on tangent now. You're talking about like kind of encountering an alien race of some kind, and the way that they think versus the way that we think. Now, and this is, I guess, an example of, you know, when we first started fighting Thargoids. One of the reasons why humans were so good at killing each other is because we've had thousands and thousands of years to perfect it. Versus Thargoids, they turn up and actually, you know what, we've perfected it already. But it's, some people have, I guess. But if we encountered, you know, Guardian Sentinels, something similar to this, they don't behave in a way that we would recognise. We wouldn't behave in a way that they would necessarily recognise. You know, you intention and body language and even technology is all very much individual, because I mean, I'm sure there's only so many different ways.
Very much, Professor Plater, except for the fact that Ramtar has extensive archives on the Guardians that basically say they're the same as us.
No, he's got extensive amounts of Guardian pornography that he hasn't shared.
The only major difference between them and us, apart from the fact that they started up chasing things with their extensible scissor arms or something, was because they have more sign language in their communication than we do, because of their strange extra joints. That's literally the only difference between them and
do we have any sense of what they look like?
Well, they also don't like sweet potato.
Yes, well, yeah, that's true, they don't. But we've been told ish what they look like, but we still don't know. You know, my best guess from the descriptions, you know, the cloner species in the Star Wars film,
Kaminoans.
That's the ones. The ones that live on the water planet. They're all sort of tall and thin and aquatic looking.
Yeah.
That's my best guess. They look like that, except with red skin and a weird extra joint on their arm that's like a mantis scissor. That's kind of what the description kind of says they look like ish, but we don't know. Ramtar does. Ramtar knows exactly what they look like, and after 2 years of having encountered them, or however long it is, we don't know. Nobody in the galaxy.
But Ramtar does.
Yeah, he's got extensive audio, video, photographs, you name it.
So why
He's
isn't he
got
sharing?
diaries.
He
Why
has
is
extensive
he
files.
Extensive files.
files.
Why have we not got
Good
even
quote.
one image? One image. Well, it's probably the same reason that we only have one painting of each of the main power play characters after 5 years,
the
4
art
years,
team
however long that
haven't
is.
been asked to do it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
I mean,
Oh, you can rest assured that everyone at Frontier knows what these things look like. But you're talking about the girl with the teasing skirt again, aren't you? They're not going to show us.
Nope, they sure
They've
are.
got all this information there, but it's their private game. They're not going to show us.
Hey, Plater, you've got a whole bunch of vessel blueprints already, don't you? Because you got the bugged ones.
yeah, I do.
Scorpius, do you need? You're not in your SRV yard. I'm going to go steal the blueprint just because.
Oh, well, I'll just defend you then from the air. That's my job.
Scorb, you want the vessel blueprints, don't you?
Oh, actually, I don't have a key. Do you? Who's got a key? Plater, do you have a key? Can somebody poop a key out for me?
I've got a couple of keys. But I'm going to be using them later on.
My Echo just thought when I said something about key, it thought I wanted some music. Alexa, stop! It just started. All of a sudden, she just said, "Here's a station from Alicia Keys you might like." Right?
Oh,
like, no.
Yeah, why can't you
what I
ever?
said.
Why can't you say and never play that again?
Alexa, stop! It's actually
For God's
playing music.
sakes.
That's hysterical. When I first got it, I had my speakers set up where people could text chat to me on stream, and it would actually speak it to me, and it would come out my speakers. And one guy all of a sudden went, I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to wake up, but her name, order a dildo. And all of a sudden she goes, I'm sorry, I can't find a dildo.
Oh, Yamix did that to me when he stayed over at my house. He said her name because I have one as well.
Yep.
Order dildos, and he started pissing himself laughing, and then it started reading out the description of all these dildos from this website, and I'm like, Alexa, stop! Alexa, stop! Alexa, for God's sake, stop! And he was crying.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, Scorb, you could have cancelled the order and you didn't have to use it. The one that did arrive.
That's true. You didn't have to let the whole variety of them arrive.
I saw it in Arizona Sunshine.
Yeah. It's
bright and neon. You two and your suspicious AI voices. So, it's at this point do I say, have you guys ever watched the show? This is why I don't use voice attack and I don't have any Alexa type creatures in the house. I make Taters Travels. I know what they're like. I'm not having them anywhere near me, thanks. I'll do things the old-fashioned way with paper and pen.
Actually, I'll say I love mine. I use it constantly. I have a bunch of the Philips Hue lighting, so I use it for lighting all the time. I use it for music. Oh, it is! You were able to poop it out. Look at that! I didn't know you could give it the key.
Oh no, that was me.
I thought I would have to grab it. Oh, or excuse me. It is you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I saw a score fly over the thing, right? Or are you going to scan it and get the data? You can let me have it there. Because I don't have any more of the vessel blueprints.
Oh, well, you better get it then. I will.
I mean, if you've got a whole bunch, I don't know what I'm going to use it for.
I still have like 30 something. So.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I'm quite surprised how useful this ship is for this activity.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
And the ASP handles so well; it's great at it, right?
It doesn't. No, it doesn't. This one's rubbish. Like, I was flying around in the Chieftain doing this the other day, and that is just such a dream to fly. Like, this, not so much. It's got the rotating speed, the yaw speed of, let's see, what's slow and doesn't turn very quickly? Frontier's development team, maybe.
Ooh. Score.
Now
Was that too much salt? Too salty?
I mean, for the man that says, I have a strict no salt policy, it's just like, oh wait, no, so on your stream, but yeah.
That's true, isn't it?
Well, can you share your lasers with the Sentinel?
Yeah, Sentinel, would you like some lasers? I have some for you. Hello?
Yeah, I'm shooting at 1, 2.
I'm just seeing an awful lot of... Oh god, and there's another one as well.
Alright, I got him.
I'm just
my
loving your
point defense is working.
Point defense.
Your point
Fantastic
defense,
idea.
Andy.
Where's the other one?
I think that's it. That was the only ones I saw. So I think that's all of them.
Alright, did it leave any bits behind? Yeah, it did. and some good bits as well.
Oh, there's a couple things over here. Yeah, there's weapon parts over here. There's two of them, I think. Yeah, there's Sentinel weapon parts right in front of me.
Actually, you know, I think I've picked up everything I need, which is quite nice.
I mean, I've got 75 weapon parts though, so you know, if you need anything. Actually, you know what? Hold on, I needed something for when I went to unlock the small class weapons. I was streaming that, you know, it was right when it came out, and I wasn't paying attention because I was talking to somebody, and I accidentally unlocked the turreted version of the small shard cannon instead of the fixed ones. Now, I opened a ticket with support asking them if they would fix that for me. You know what? Let me look and see if they replied yet. Recently, I asked them a couple extra things like that, and they were not helpful in the slightest. Which is the first time I've ever been actually disappointed with support. Let's see. Because I thought I might need a few things we can get here. Oh, they did. Let's see if they said yes or no. Oh, they sure did. That's awesome of them. As a gesture of goodwill due to my mistake. That is pretty fantastic of them. I will now I don't have to grind anymore, right? So that was very nice of them. So a kudos to support.
Yeah,
Nick says, Scooby, you may as well headbutt it at that range.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
He says, you're carving your name on it?
Yeah. I don't know. No, I've got nothing but praise for their support crew.
For the most part, me too. I won't bring it up here because I'm still trying to resolve it. But there was one thing they told me no to. I'll tell you guys about it off stream. That I thought was absolutely absurd. But other than that one minor thing, for the most part, I think support is absolutely fantastic. Right? I think they do a great job.
I contacted them once with what was essentially a bug notification. About crazy cops and loosening a ship, and they said, "Oh, that's terrible. Here, we'll compensate you for your ship." And I was thinking, I didn't actually want. I'll take it, thanks, but that's not what I was contacting you about.
Yeah.
So you know, they'll always do that. They'll always help you out if they can, even if you didn't ask them to.
Yeah, I mean, and the other thing I'll say to the people that have not, and somebody's asking, how do you contact support? Go to EliteDangerous.com. There's a support tab. You log in with your account, and you can open a ticket. And like I said, they are generally super helpful. And one little piece of advice I'll give, virtually, and the time they actually weren't as helpful, I didn't do it this way. But every time that if you open a ticket in character, like if you role play, they will respond role play.
Yeah, that's
right.
true.
Like my favorite
cool.
one, like the only way to know how
they
many
do.
commanders you've actually killed is to ask support. Like there's no in-game metric. They obviously don't necessarily want to promote that, right? Because they don't want people to pad stat that. And so I wanted to know once, so I opened a ticket and I opened it, again in character. I was like, hello, this is Commander Zegius. I just found out I'm being accused of murder, and I made up a system name. My legal defense has asked me to get in touch with the Pilots Federation and find out how many other commanders have accused me of murder. So if you could, and I did this whole long thing, right, about it, right? And when they replied back, oh, we're terribly sorry. Hopefully this will help your legal team. We can't always give this information out, but if you could let your defense counsel know you currently have X number of war, murder, whatever against you, blah blah blah, and then they'll jump out of character at the very end and we're like, oh, hey, by the way, we just wanted to make sure that's really what you wanted to know. We didn't want to get confused, blah blah blah. So it's always a total hoot when they do that, right?
Yeah.
So if you need something from them, doing it, especially if you're asking a little on the outside. Like I remember once I accidentally sold 3 engineered weapons, and I didn't realize it until the next day. And so I opened a ticket in character again, and I said, hey, I was working with my assistant, Commander McFucking Stupid, and he accidentally sold all the. And I addressed it to like the dock master at Ohm City, blah, blah, blah. Is there any way they're still in the bin and haven't been resold yet? And then they responded back and they're like, oh, and I said, I've suggested that Commanders McFucking Stupid go work for I think I was pledged to an Imperial power at the time. I told him to go work for Zachary Hudson, as I'm sure his company or his groups could use somebody that stupid, and I've now hired Commander McFumble Stupid, right, to help me. I played the whole thing up like that, and they responded totally in humor with me, right? It was really fucking fun. So,
and yes, support been super handy, and the selling of engineered components and stuff.
And I got them back, yeah.
I can tell you for a fact that Commander Greatest, if he's still watching, dude, don't think that I forgot that you, while streaming from the expo, sold engineered weaponry on stream by accident. Don't think I've forgotten. And also, they could have given them back had you just asked. Bearing in mind we were there helping promote their game.
Not that you're carrying that one around.
No, not at all.
You know, they gave me the typical, we can't necessarily always do this answer, right? But they did, you know. And I've, in fact, one other time I accidentally sold some engineer modules. I didn't realize it for like 4 or 5 days later, and I figured, all right, at this point, I'm not going to bother them, right? And in fact, it was passive. Actually, the one thing they didn't do that annoyed me a little bit when I did a video about power play modules, and so I wanted to show on screen the default stats for every weapon. Well, every power play weapon I owned was already engineered. So one of my pacifier frags, for example, I stripped engineering off of it so I could get a screenshot of the default stats. I did that for like that, a pacifier for an enforcer cannon, a pack-hound rack, an imperial hammer. And so then I opened a ticket saying, is there any way you could put this engineering back? Right, because I only did that so I could make a tutorial video, and they told me no. And you know, I knew going in that was a possibility, so I wasn't super upset, right? But at the same time, it was like, all right, you know, here I am, and I only had like 1,000 subs at that point, so I was, you know, a less of a nobody than I am now, right? But still, it was, you know, okay, I'm doing this for goodwill for the community, and you can't help me out. So, did you just lift off later?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Right, guys, I'm about to start my stream. We've got one scheduled for 8 PM. So, shall we carry on with this? We're going to go over to see Greatest. He wants to actually go through and do this exact same thing that we've been doing. Or what do you want to do?
I'm up for whatever.
Yeah.
We can keep. I mean, if you guys want, we can keep doing this.
Oh God.
Mistakes were made. Oh dear.
Oh shit! Look at Player's Hall. What'd you just do?
He just boomed.
I don't know what happened to that fighter. That fighter was it dropped like a stone.
Oh, that was your fighter.
Yeah.
Okay, that was your fighter. Okay, good. I didn't see what you were in. I just saw your hull.
Oh God.
Yeah, Plater, are you going to keep streaming?
Yeah, I was going to carry on. Always,
do you want to? Do we want to keep chatting? Do we want to just kind of half-ass play a little bit of the Jeopardy?
We can give it a go. Oh no, we've got some problems here. I've got a black screen. Oh no, right. Okay, it's the main menu.
What'd you do?
Right.
Oh no.
Are we staying here or where are we going?
If we're, I mean, I'm happy to go and help Greatest Scorp. I don't mind.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm saying. Like, are we, like, what do we want to do then? Do we want to get into open and somebody else's private? What's the plan?
He's gone super quiet.
Yeah, is the Scorpio still with us or did we lose him?
I mean, let's see.
You think if I drop his shields, it'll get his attention?
He's unmanned at the moment, so he's out now.
I could kill his SRB.
He might be introing his stream, and you might have us muted. He might be the air of being professional.
And here I am killing him. It's hard to line this thing up.
That's something I find very, very weird at when it comes to the planetary flight, is that as soon as you point your ship remotely downwards, it starts wobbling around all over the place.
Yes. It's actually really, especially when you're playing HOTAS controls, this is really annoying.
Right,
now I can't hit him again.
Oh, look, there he is.
What's going on?
What are you doing?
We're trying to get your attention. We're trying to get your attention.
I don't have any other SRVs, dumbass.
Oh, okay. Then I won't kill you again. Sorry. Well, I wasn't going to kill you until you came back.
Oh God. Right. So that would have been a bad way to start this. I'd have to fly back.
Were you introducing your stream?
No, not yet.
Oh,
it's
okay,
not
that's what we
warm-up.
thought you were doing.
Oh,
And somebody just asked, would they help you if you accidentally deleted your save? I have heard that yes, they have done that for people before. That if you catch it pretty quickly, but I think that's one that I would definitely not count on. But they have done that before, yes.
Right. Is Greatest in our group? Good, I'm sorry.
Not so far, no, I don't think he is.
You know,
All right. Okay then. So I will have to jump out then because he wants to be in this thing. So
Yeah.
I shall.
Was
I
there a
shall
Discord
see
we
you
could all
guys.
jump in with him?
Yes.
I don't know if you're
Actually,
I mean, if you give me an invite to one, I don't mind.
we're all in the
The creators?
Creators Collective.
Yeah. Would you do that?
Yeah. You want to just jump in the stream room?
Yep. Yep.
Me too.
Might as well do.
Yeah. I'll see you in there.
Seamless.
Later, that thing was that did some real shield damage. Well, let's see how much shield I have. Oh, well, I've got 98 shield. Wow, it looks fucking cool.
That was actually that's well, 98 shields is obviously not a lot. I mean, you've got enough shields
No,
like you would
obviously.
do there,
It's it's exploration build, so yeah.
and you can't hit me either. So, oh,
Alright. I'm going to mute Discord. I'll chat to you in a second.
okay.
Okay.
Although you might still hear me.
Oh, we could have a fighter fight later.
We
Right, I'll drop out of Discord and then I'll come back in a second.
Alright, Scott.
That's
Okay.
what that's a smart thing to do.
yeah.
And sorry that we're all just we're really just kind of fucking around a lot today, everybody. I
mean,
guess our idea of keeping things PG just went out the window, didn't it?
yeah. Well, hey, as long as technically I say PG-13, which I understand is it means you can swear bits and bobs. So
You can say, yeah, you can drop the F-bomb like once.
okay, what have you got? You got Trident as well.
Yeah, I figured
Oh,
that's
alright.
what you were in, I'd get in.
Oh, this has got disaster written all over it.
Oh,
the
Not playing this in VR is rough.
the biggest risk I feel like to either of us right now is probably going to be the ground.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. It's you know what? We just made our own CQC, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean that's literally what you do.
Yeah, you're up a lot closer to the ground than I am. Somebody just asked a good question that I haven't heard from in a while either. What's Josh Hawkins up to these days? Do you know?
I think he's suffering with elite burnout.
I mean, I know a lot of guys are like. I haven't seen anything from what's his name, Chaos Wolf in a long, long time.
Yeah, I know he's still around in the streams and stuff like that. He pops in, asks questions, chats to people about things, and.
But I haven't seen him post an elite video in like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
Who are we talking about?
Chaos Wolf and Josh Hawkins.
Oh,
Somebody on my stream asked what they were up to.
they've run away together. Join the set.
They've run away. Well, when you say it that way, it makes it sound like they run away in a different way.
Well, they might have done. I got Tato Chip in chat. Let's say hello. Right, so this is still counting down, isn't it?
We can't even really drop each other's shields, can we?
No, it's you were close. You were very, very close.
I was trying to boost into you then.
Why would you do that?
Man, these shields regen so quickly.
They do. Well, what shields are you talking about?
They have
The fighters.
because the holes
Oh,
were
right.
Yeah.
They're made of glass. Hey, Darren,
I think
hey,
from a-
Penny, how you doing?
They're made
I
of
think from
hopes.
a lore perspective, they even said that, right? That they were supposed to have stronger shields.
They're made out of Guardian's shattered hopes and dreams. So
Oh,
that's
You're not
why-
going to have to kill me. I'm going to burn myself to death.
yeah, that is the other thing with them. Yeah.
Guardians' hopes and dreams. That's sad. Well, they are extinct, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
they
actually
are.
destroying the last remnants of their technology, trying to guard their I don't know, their ruined bases.
Alexa killed them.
So, yeah, somebody on my street just asked, and I'm curious everybody else's thoughts. What Guardian tech is actually worth using and unlocking? I would say if you're going to do Thargoid combat, first and foremost would be the Gauss cannon. It is super effective against the hearts. There we go.
Okay.
Ooh, that hurt you worse than me.
Uh-oh.
I just had a comment.
Yeah.
Just that Penny Umbra says Josh and Chaos are role playing as Aisling and Rochester.
Oh.
They'll be back after the honeymoon, apparently.
Oh, I lost my canopy.
Oh, I saw the glass,
Really?
actually.
But you know what? I'm not on life support.
Well, you shouldn't be, because your
Is that
telepresence
egg?
too.
Oh, that's true. Then why does it even have... But my canopy's at 100% when I look at my modules. But I saw the glass.
Wait, let's see if I can... Hold still. I'm going to come and go into
Yeah, okay.
Vanity Cam and see if we
And yeah, so back to the question. I would say the Gauss cannon is the first weapon to do. All the weapons actually are, if you're going to do Thargoid combat, really are worth it, and they're not that hard to unlock. For the modules, first of all, the Guardian FSD booster, absolutely. If anybody listening doesn't have the Guardian FSD booster, and yes, I have a tutorial on it, you should go unlock it next. It's maybe 90 minutes start to finish, and the quality of life improvement you get on every ship is absolutely worth it. There you go. So I would say,
get one then.
I mean, if you don't have the FSD booster, absolutely you should get one.
I don't have one.
Oh God, then what are you doing, dude? Seriously, you absolutely should.
Yeah,
Because it's so easy to get. Right, it's so easy to get.
I shall make a point of watching the video.
Yeah, luckily for you, there just happens to be a very excellent tutorial video on how to unlock that very thing.
There it is.
That's handy.
You know this total douchebag who did a video on it. For the weapons and stuff, or the other modules, I would say if you haven't done any engineering unlocks, I actually think the power plant and the distributor are also a good idea to unlock, because while they're about 90 minutes each to unlock, you now can buy essentially grade 3 engineered modules, right? So you don't have to gather any materials ever again. You don't have to unlock an engineer. You don't have to engineer multiple of the same module. You just buy them. The hull reinforcements are not so great. They're about a 2.5 compared to regular, and the regulars, I mean, if you're going to get serious about combat, really are important. The module reinforcements are arguably better because they offer the same overall module reinforcement, but they have higher integrity, so they're actually stronger than a standard module reinforcement. Let's see, the shield reinforcement, if you're a big shield tank guy, you can build, I want to say the number is a 24,000 total megajoule cutter at this point, including cell banks.
Yeah,
right. So yeah, you can get 24,000. You can get 12,000 without cell banks. Like I've got my cutter with nothing but Guardian shield reinforcements, and a high cap prismatic is like 10,500 megajoules, like in ship 10,500 megajoules. Not great resistance.
You can get Corvettes to similar kind of
yeah, exactly.
as well.
The cutter's always going to be better than the vet, but yes, you can get very, very close. Anaconda as well, right? I mean, you know, you get a ship to Anaconda. It is bonkers, right?
What's my shields? Let's see what I've got in this. Basically, it's an no, don't test it like that.
Well, you know, you asked.
I was checking the panel.
My pack hounds aren't going to do shit. The plasma charger might.
Plasma charger will. No.
Running away.
Fighters, if you're going to unlock the fighters, I would probably do the Lance first. Again, it's the Gauss cannon one. The negative to it is it does heat up really, really quickly. You get about 2 shots and it's at 120%, so you have to be kind of ginger with it. The Shard cannon one, I think that's the Javelin, is really powerful. It's on your right panel, and then go to where it says normally reputation. Go to the right 3 times and you'll get to statistics. And it's right there at the top.
So it's okay. Shield health. What were you saying? What's a good number?
Well, I mean, a good number for a combat ship is, depending on the ship, 300 to 1,000. Right now, I'm at 98. What are you at? Like 70?
I've got 208.
Oh, okay.
I've got
What generator do you have on that
222.
thing? What generator do you have on that thing, Scorpius?
Modules. Let's see.
A 3D?
No, it's a. Let me find it. Shield. Oh, it's just a.
Should be a 3D. Okay, so if it's an exploration ship or a travel around ship, it should be a 3D. So 3D is the smallest you can run on the ASP. If you ran 3D on that, it'd probably give you another 5 light years of jump range.
Okay.
And since I consider those basically navigation shields, that's like right now in my crate, I have a 3D because that's the smallest, lightest generator I can get on it. I even might on this one. I have a couple engineers. No, this one's not. You can engineer them for enhanced low power and make them even lighter, right?
Right. I've not done any engineering at all.
Yeah, and if you're not going to engineer, you should always run, like for an exploration or a taxi ship, you're going to run D-rated modules, and then generally of the smallest class. Because again, I think of these as landing shields, like don't bump into something. You know, we're fucking around, I'm shooting missiles at you kind of shields, right? You know, 5A with 300 megajoules, that's what, if you were going to take the ASP into combat unengineered, that's what you would, well, you do a bi-weave, but...
Exegius, can you do that again, mate? Fire those at me again. I want to see the...
Here's 3 of them.
It's point defense, go nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Point defense isn't going to... Yeah, point defense isn't going to shoot those down. It'll try, but it's not going to win.
It did try. It did try.
I wanted to revisit the... with regards to all of the Guardian modules and stuff. Of what time?
Yeah. What's your take?
A lot of it comes down to if you're fighting Goids or not. Because if you're fighting Goids,
that's right.
And again, depending on who you have access to for engineering, you may find the Guardian hull reinforcement packages useful because of the caustic resistance, and they work out comparable to if you're doing reinforced or heavy duty plus deep plating. It's relatively comparable for the size of the module for the hull reinforcements.
Well, it's really comparable to a grade 3 heavy duty deep.
No. It's because of the taking resistance.
Oh, you're talking about in terms of costing.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So
on
that particular use case scenario, it's
sure,
because that's where almost all damage comes from Goids is caustic, and that's something that no one tells you. It doesn't get pointed out anywhere. Again, that's something you kind of have to assume. But yeah, that's where that comes from, and they're very, very good for that. And also the Guardian module reinforcements defend a lot better against the lightning attack from Thargoid interceptors when you're within theatre 800 meters. It makes a big difference as well. So if you're doing pure Goid, anti-Goid stuff, then the Guardian tech is pretty much invaluable, I would say. Shields probably not so much, because Thargoids don't give no about shields, so
they don't care.
Yeah, and and Apostle, that's not a bad one. I am, yeah.
Where are you? Let's see. I
I'm
want
up
to see
in front of you. Pull your nose up, and I'm right in front of you.
I can't see.
Yeah, pitch up.
I'm looking in the. I'm using the what's it camera.
Hold on, I'm getting right. I'm coming right in front of you. I'm 2 kilometers right in front of your nose.
Oh, okay. I want to see this. Yeah, Penny Umbra is like reiterating what you were saying. Have I turned off my ship? Hang on. I know how to fly. Honest.
I'm backing up just a little bit so you can see these better.
You did that.
No one.
Plater did.
Not guilty.
Alright. Not guilty. Good evening, Gray.
Hey, great test.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, they're at me. Oh crap.
They're awesome looking, aren't they?
I almost exploded earlier because I was only in chat with you guys and I didn't have much time. But there was so many points I wanted to say to the whole, update topic, but I have a whole broadcast tomorrow to talk about that, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's alright. That's right. So.
And now I'm out of pack count rounds, by the way, so.
Oh, you're out. Thank goodness for that.
And I'm not going to waste synthesis on you guys.
Not even worth the synthesis.
I just sent you a private group request.
Oh,
I don't think I have that one yet.
Sure. Are we... There it is. There you go.
Thank you.
Hang on, Plato. Where are you?
Where are you, Gray? Are you out here with us, Gray, already?
I should be in the vicinity. I'm at the base with the where you put the key in.
There are multiple ones.
Exactly.
No, Scorp, stop!
The 2115 one, I think I am.
You're on fire! Oh, Scorp, stop. So what do you do?
Oh, I didn't get him while his shields were down.
Well, fine. my poor Anaconda's probably like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I got no weapons.
God, those are so cool looking.
Are you guys going to invite me into the wing as well, actually?
Oh yeah,
Just
we can get
'cause
you
I
back.
think I've not been.
There you go.
I have no idea what we're
Dang,
doing.
hey buddy, how's it going? Oh, my head just
there
got all
we go.
screwed. Gray, tell me when you're in the private group, and I'll invite you into the wing.
I'm in.
Hey now, easy.
Yeah.
These are exploration shields.
Yeah. Problem is that, you know, once you start firing, they're already travelling, so there's not a huge amount you can do.
Right, so Gray, whereabouts are you right now?
Just a couple jumps away from you guys. Not far.
Okay. Do you want us to come to you? So we basically go through that thing again? Because I need to get some Guardian
If you're,
keys.
you tell me.
Let's see. I am friends with you.
Oh, I do need to fix it. Sorry.
There you are.
Just tell me where to go. You want me to meet at the bacon or at the base?
Is that you? Are you at the
I'm at the base.
C2115?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'll come to you.
Actually.
Oh,
am
where are you?
I don't know. Hold on.
I'm looking at a friend who's at C21.
That's the one.
That's the one. Okay, let's. Oh, that's not far.
Now, in my chat here, Lee Sharp, talking about the Guardian fighter with a cannon, just 8 DPS. It's not. It's not 8 DPS. That's the fighter that I've just used where I took down Exegesis shields and also was shooting Scorb with as well. That was considerably much more.
That's another one of these gripes I have with them, like Exegesis mentioned at the very beginning, you know, these little quality of life improvements. These stats that they show in the outfitting on the different weapons are just so random, and even if you compare two lasers, they actually list different stats on there that you can't compare one to one. It's so ridiculous.
Right.
Nix is saying, "Don't make me come over there and separate you two. Play nice." Sorry, Nix.
I don't know how you do that. How do you play nice?
Are we going to Gray, or is Gray coming to us?
We're going to Gray. Gray's at the beacon thing, so we're going to go to.
No,
Gray.
I'm not at the beacon. I'm at the base. But let's meet at the beacon then.
Yeah, let's go. Where's the?
Okay, so we're gonna go to the one that you had us in before.
I think it's a different one.
I mean, we can go to the one we were just at.
Well,
okay, so
Gray's base is a different base to the one that we are at now.
Yeah, but we need to go to the beacon.
Yeah, we need to go. Right, Gray, could you go to the beacon, mate? And then
on my way.
I just PM'd you the one we're going to, Gray, just to make on the same page.
I'm just going to follow.
Hold on, let me check that.
Because the one that we're
C23.
Oh, that's another bacon as well. I'm going to a different one, but okay, I'll take that one then.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, because the one. Right, so what's your base like that you're at? Is it more pristine than these? Because these are covered in, like...
I have no comparison, because I've only ever been at that one that I'm here.
Okay, does it look like it was half covered over by a bulldozer?
Yeah, pretty much. It's not exactly pristine.
Oh, you know, well, Plater said there were 3 different layouts. The one we were just at's the only layout I've seen. Is that I kind of wanted to see a different layout for this one.
Yeah, so if Gray's at a different one, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I kind of would too.
Then come over here.
Okay, right, so then what? So then what?
But you need
beacon
the
are we going
beacon first, right?
Yeah. So do we want? Let's go to the beacon that's nearest to you, then, Gray.
Yes. Give me a second.
Okay.
Yeah. Whenever you're ready, just tell us the system name.
Awesome. Bacon. I can't not think about beacon and not have bacon.
Right.
The thing is, though, I can't hear landing gear deployed without hearing ployed now.
You're welcome.
Nice.
You are welcome.
Yeah, bugger. Landing gear deployed.
Yes.
And yeah, let's come to harass about the Gnosis again. Yeah, most all of us have a ship on the Gnosis right now. Our alt accounts.
Saying FDev needs more bacon.
I'm actually going with mine account. I'm actually going with
the
crate here that I'm flying right now. I just got my first Guardian fighter today, and I'm gonna try to get enough materials for a second one, and then I'm gonna take it to the Gnosis probably tomorrow or so.
Okay.
Alright, whatever to you now. I see where you moved.
Yep.
Oh, you in the system? Okay, I see you.
Yeah, I didn't type anything. I'm lazy. I'm just gonna follow my friends.
You just moved. Oh, okay, there you are.
Main account on the Gnosis. No fear! YOLO!
Yeah, I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I expect absolutely everything to go wrong. That's why I'm going.
Lee, I just let you know as well there in chat. I do really like the Trident. I like it because it's a more conventional shooting.
I mean, it looks fantastic. Let's be honest here.
Oh yeah, all of the fighters look great.
If that thing's out and about and just blasts at stuff, it looks amazing.
Absolutely.
I just think they all look so cool. They got such a different aesthetic to anything that we've had before. I like I'm not sure which ones I've seen, but the bits that are held on by like lightning.
Yeah, we got very excited over on the Rockrats Discord server earlier with about the thought of a Guardian SRV. like a hovering Guardian SRV.
Oh, that would be cool.
So would it be like a Sentinel, which can fire those missiles?
I'd rather have it not look like a Sentinel, but
well, it'd be like a bunch of them welded together, wouldn't it? With like a pod in the middle.
Imagine the rough shape of an SRV, but instead of wheels, it has like these hovering, I don't know,
well, like the Goliath
or rails.
I think if it looked like the Goliath, that'd be cool.
Yeah, please have a rocket launcher on top that fires these Guardian missiles. Yes, please.
Oh yeah. Hey Spooky, you're not late, mate. Well, you're not late for this stream. You're late for the Roundtable. Where were you? Come on.
Outrageous behaviour.
Just terrible. We're so disappointed right now.
All right, I'm gonna start asking you guys Jeopardy questions.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna get there and get landed or get at least into the instance.
Do we get to have help from chat?
Oh sure.
Right.
I mean, this is totally just for fun. So of course you do.
Yeah, I don't have a chat. Right. Play chat. You have to help me out.
There's money on this.
Don't have Greatest.
Money, you need to help me.
Wait, no. So Greatest, why don't you use my Twitch chat and I'll use my YouTube chat for help?
Well, okay. Let me switch over to your Twitch then.
Is there a chat? Okay, so you know what we need to do though? We need to create a group though, because we all need to be in chat somewhere. Do we want to use like creations? What channel do we want to use for text? Or do we want to just add Gray to just the creations other?
Yeah, let's just pick one and abuse it.
Nobody's used that since August 26th, so I don't think we're going to make anybody mad if we type a bunch of stuff in there.
Creations other. No, not that one, because that's. Gray, you're in charge of this particular Discord, aren't you?
Yeah, Gray.
Where events, so live event chat.
The way this is going to work, Gray, is everybody will in chat somewhere wherever we do it. You'll want to paste in the word buzz, and then when you want to buzz in, hit enter, and the first person I see in chat say the word buzz gets to answer the question.
But wait, then you need to look at a chat where we all are. Oh,
exactly.
Okay, I see.
Exactly.
So if you create the stream event and give us all.
Yeah, if there's a text channel like that, that'd be perfect actually.
Yeah, hold on.
So this is how organized we are.
Yeah.
What the hell's the beacon?
Oh,
goody! Wingman Navlock dropped me 493 kilometers from the beacon.
Yeah, Wingman Navlock's still broken.
Chaos Wolf is streaming Elite right now, apparently.
Oh, really?
So the honey. Oh yeah, because the wedding.
I guess that's what we get for asking. The
wedding was cancelled.
The wedding was cancelled.
It's going to be back. Yeah, so he's back.
The wedding was canceled.
There you go. We have a chat text channel for that now, so we can buzz in here.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so these guys, you know what? I also will paste in the URL for the web page for it. So there's the chat. There's the board, guys. Honor system to not pre-click and click reveal answer, because that's how you see the answers. You can read the question though safely without seeing the answers. I'm going to put it up on my screen for everybody. So there's the board. The categories are bugs and features, feature timeline, hard points, defenses, and exploration. So those are our categories. Why don't we start with we'll just let Scorpius go first. Start us off, Scorp. Pick a category and a dollar value.
All right.
And I'm going to loosely try to keep track of the points.
So
Okay.
I just want to check. Do we
Do I have
click
to
on
buzz
this?
in, or
No, you can click on that if you want to see the board, but I'm going to read it all to you, so you don't really have
okay,
to.
Right, okay.
So, but do we have to buzz in, or do I get first go at it?
No, you have to buzz in.
Okay, I'm getting ready. All right, I've written buzz in the thing. Right, so I'm ready then. Okay, so because I want to keep this stream as salt-free as possible, I'm going to go with bugs and features for 200.
So that's a good one to start with, isn't it? Okay, bugs and features. You want to skip to 200 and not start with the $100 one?
I'll start with 100.
Okay,
I'm not very good at this.
You can't.
We don't have Jeopardy in the UK.
Well, I mean, exactly. Right? Yeah. I realized that, right? In the chat, people were like, "Well, how does that work?" And I was just like, "You don't know how Jeopardy works, right?" Which, of course,
I'll
dumb
just
American
roll with it,
assuming
whatever.
everybody, right? So it's just basically in real Jeopardy, it's question and answer, or it's answer and question. I give the answer, and then you say what is, and then whatever the answer is. But we're not going to do it that way.
So you have to
just
answer in
give the
form
answer.
of a question.
Well, yes, but no, we're not going to be that strict about it, right? Okay, so the first question is, common reason you're unable to dock. Remember, you have to buzz in.
You're too far away. Sorry, sorry, couldn't help myself.
Platter.
Yeah.
So Platter gets to answer.
Oh, Plato, why'd you do this to me? It's
I'm
because
sorry, Plater. I was just
sorry.
looking at the screen. Sorry,
Yeah.
this is the first time I've done it all day. Give me a Plater.
Yeah, I'd say it's because you are too far away. You're outside the 7.5 kilometers.
Remember the category bugs and features. Incorrect.
Oh, God.
Now,
yeah.
whoever wants it has to buzz in.
God, guys, this I know. I actually know the answer as well.
Common reasons why you're unable to dock.
The category. All right, Scorpius.
Why have I got no sensors? Oh, shit.
Oh God, it's so obvious.
Anyone else?
Okay,
I know.
I'll give it a
Come
go.
on. Great test.
Because you have a fine, or you want it.
Oh no!
Oh my God.
That's a feature.
Let me go again.
Anyone else?
Let me
Anyone
go.
else? Anyone
I
else?
got no
Okay, Plater, you don't get the points for it, but what do you got, Plater?
Occupied pad.
NPC on your pad.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct.
Oh,
Absolutely
man.
correct. Remember,
Oh, I
category. Bugs
Oh,
and
I'll go
features. Bugs and
gonna
features, right? Okay, so Scorpius, it's your go again.
Right. Sorry. Yeah, because sorry, chat. Tato Chip had totally got it, and I'm just Discord.
Plenty of people
but-
got it on mine too. Right?
all right. So who's up next? Is it me again?
Well, so yeah, and remember, you want to already have Buzz typed in so you can hit
Okay,
enter real
okay.
quick. So yeah, it's you again. You can stay in the same category, or you can move.
All right. Oh crikey. Okay. To keep it within the anti-saline or the anti-sodium chloride kind of thing, let's have feature timeline
All right, hold on.
for
I'm just trying to
100.
get my screen so people can see a little bit of both. Feature timeline for 100. Sorry. Feature timeline for 100. What version of Elite Dangerous added wings?
Oh, right.
Was that a Scorpius buzzing in? I saw.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. What
Okay.
is 2.2?
Eh.
Oh man, I'm so bad at this.
Plater.
1.4.
I'm gonna have to look myself because I can't remember. That is
The
incorrect.
chat isn't
That is,
saying anything.
that is
Fantastic.
incorrect. Some of these are
Tato
hard.
Chip
That
just
is
says
incorrect.
2.2. See?
Incorrect. No, it's not. That's way earlier than that. No,
Yeah.
I'm seeing in my chat 2.3. Anybody else want to try? Okay,
No,
time up.
I'm not
1.2 version
Oh,
1.2.
nice.
Oh,
Good lord, guys, we're getting old.
I wasn't playing
I know,
that.
I
No,
know.
I hadn't started playing.
Which is 1.2. Murdoch in my chat got it right. Okay, it's still to
Oh.
a Scorpius.
still to me. Okay.
Yep.
Oh damn. See. Okay. Exploration for 100.
Exploration for 100.
Well, this
All
better
right,
be good.
here we go. This is a good one. What was the original destination for Jacques Station? Plater.
Yeah.
Oh,
Later was
Beagle
good.
Point. Beagle
oh,
Point.
The full
Beagle
name.
Point is correct. Beagle Point is correct. All right, so Plater, now it comes to you, Plater.
Oh wow, that was. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go hard points
For 100?
For 100.
Sure, you don't want soft points.
Hard points for 100. What weapons cause absolute damage? Plater.
Plasma accelerators.
Plater.
Yeah. You're so quick, mate.
Yeah, it's because
Incorrect.
What? They
Incorrect.
do. They do cause absolute
Incorrect.
damage. No.
Incorrect.
Plasma accelerators cause absolute damage.
Anybody else want Scorpia? Or excuse me, I see Gray Test next.
Yeah, but
You don't
I
have to
buzzed
answer.
after Plater.
Okay, that's right. That's right. And Scorpius, if you want to buzz now, you can as well.
All right, buzz. Railguns.
Okay. And the correct answer is plasma accelerators and plasma chargers.
Oh,
yeah, those
What
those
weapons?
idiots on the block. Nobody knows.
What
those.
weapons? What weapons?
Yeah,
Trick
but
question.
Oh,
Sorry. It's back to Plater.
Okay, gonna go hard points again
For 200?
for 200. Yeah.
Okay. How many damage types are there?
Gotcha.
It's taking you guys a while.
Oh my god.
Player.
Okay. I need clarification. Are we talking about... No, actually, no. Screw it. We'll do 5. There are 5. We have kinetic, thermal, explosive, absolute, caustic.
Absolutely correct. Very good, Plater.
Good stuff.
Jam your plates
All
on!
right.
Yeah, combat pilot.
Plater again.
Let's do hard points again. But for 300.
Points for 300.
Ooh.
This kinetic weapon has no damage drop-off when unengineered. Was that Plater that buzzed? Or was that from the last question?
That was the previous question.
Okay.
Buzzing.
No drop off when
This
unengineered.
kinetic weapon has no damage drop-off when unengineered.
I buzzed.
Okay? I didn't see it, but fair enough.
Plater, you buzzed before? I know you didn't say anything.
Yeah, I did buzz beforehand.
Go ahead.
But I
okay, so Plater, go.
I immediately regret my decision. I am gonna say railguns.
Incorrect.
Yeah, I thought
Gray
it would
Test?
be.
I'm gonna go with cannons.
Cannons is absolutely correct.
Yes!
No.
Absolutely correct. Cannons. Yeah, that's right. Where do you want to go, Gray Test?
Hold on, let me check the pin, or just scroll up. I'm gonna go with defenses, because we didn't have that one yet.
All right. I just pasted in the categories.
Yeah, yeah,
defenses
I
for
finished it.
100. Yeah, I'll start every time. I'll paste in the categories for you guys. Defenses. What ship has the highest possible unengineered armor?
Oh god.
Hello there.
Great test.
Type 10?
Incorrect.
Ah.
Oh, I'd have totally said Type 10. Oh. Plater buzzed.
Plater?
Anaconda.
Anaconda is right.
Oh my
Yes, it
god,
is.
can
Of
this
course it's the
thing do
Anaconda.
like
Anaconda.
everything?
Anaconda
It's
is
the
right.
lightest ship with the most armor.
is,
because
it
of
is.
the
It
is.
cooks, it cleans, it can
It
clean
is.
your windows.
Now,
The
by the way,
Anaconda.
just quickly, I'm going to say, me and my group did all the research on these questions. If we get one wrong, we apologize, but we did confirm all
No,
these.
I believe you. I mean, why would it not be the Anaconda?
Yeah, of course. Okay, so we're to Plater.
Bugs and features.
Bugs and features for 200.
200.
This bug message is shown when joining a wing. Great test.
Leaving wing when that thing does disappear.
Absolutely correct.
Yes!
200 points.
Of course it is.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. It's only been around for 2 years, right? So
Yeah,
of course,
they still did.
right?
Not that you're sore about that.
Yeah. No, not at all. Not that I've opened 8 different tickets with support over those 2 years. No. The last time I opened it and they said, "Oh, could you give us a video showing what it is?" I just about exploded. Okay, so it's to Gray Test.
Let's go with defenses once more.
Defenses for 200. How long does chaff scramble gimbals? Great test.
I'm gonna go with 8 seconds.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Plater.
5 seconds.
Incorrect.
I think it's longer than that, but it's not
It is.
too long though.
Ascorbius.
10 seconds.
10 seconds is correct.
You're reading my chat, aren't you? Someone else put it.
Yep.
No, I'm reading my
10
own
seconds
chat,
is correct.
and my
10
chat is
seconds
kind
is
of bad.
correct.
Come
There's
on.
like 2 people in your Twitch chat, Plater. It's Trooper and Paroxysm now.
Oh, Proxim should come and join us in here. Proxim, if you can hear us, come join us, buddy. Okay, so we're to Ascorbius.
Oh, yes. All right, let's go bugs and features.
Bugs and features for 300. What ship or ships have a misaligned interdiction reticle as of Chapter 3?
What?
Later.
Chieftain and Challenger. And probably Crusader too.
Don't give me a probably.
Okay, Chieftain and Challenger.
Chieftain and Challenger, or Chieftain, Challenger, and Crusader?
Chieftain, Challenger.
Incorrect.
It was the other one.
Anyone else? Anyone else?
I've not
Anyone
flown
else?
any of the others.
It is the Chieftain, Challenger, and now the Crusader. I actually
was-
made these questions before the Crusader was out.
Because of course, I mean, why would Crusader not be bugged when the other ones are?
Of course it is. Of course it is. Okay, we're to Plater again.
Let's do exploration.
Exploration for 200. Name of the highway between the core systems and Colonia.
Oh,
Plater.
you're quick.
Beat you to it, didn't I? Neutron Highway.
Incorrect.
What?
I'm the second one.
There's
The
a very
neutron-
specific answer. Hold on.
The Neutron
Plater's
Star
incorrect.
Highway.
That's incorrect as well.
Is it not? What is the name then?
I looked this one up.
Scorpius,
Scorpius, do you
you're
want to
up.
go?
It's the Neutron
Scorpius?
Superhighway.
Incorrect.
Really?
It's probably like
That's
Neutron
not
Star Superhighway.
Proxim joined us. Proxim, you want to jump in?
Hold on. There. Just.
Okay, you buzzed. Yep, you buzzed. Of course, it's on my screen now.
It's the Colonia collection connection.
Yeah, very good. That's exactly right. It's the Colonia Connection Highway. Is what it's called.
Why has it been called the Neutron Superhighway?
Because the neutron the neutron superhighway is the term for using neutrons to go anywhere. The Colonia Connection Highway is
It's a specific one. I
Yep.
see.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Look at him!
Well
look at
done.
him coming
I feel
swinging,
robbed.
right?
I'm feeling robbed here.
By the way, at this point, since Scorpius just joined us, I'll give Proxim just joined us. I'll give the scores right now. We are at Scorpius at -100. Gray Test is at 200.
Yes.
Proxim is at 200. Plater is at -1100.
How am I? Wait, you didn't tell me that every time I give a wrong answer. I'd keep my mouth shut.
Every time you give a wrong answer, you get a negative point.
Roxy just joined and we're both in the lead. Good stuff.
Okay, so Proxim, it's to you, buddy.
Hold
The
on,
categories
I'm still
are
catching
here.
up on-
I'm
I
pasting
need-
in
I
the
need link
categories.
thing. Okay, hold on.
Well, the
Link
board's
thing.
up on my stream because we've already played a number of the questions. There's the board,
crap.
right? But we've already done a number of the categories. So just pick those categories. As the categories close out, I'll remove them from what I'm pasting in.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Hey,
All
Sinclair.
right, so fine. Let's see. About have you done hard points for 200 yet?
Where high points would be for 400,
Shit. All right, fine. We'll do it.
and they do get harder as they get higher up. Hard points for 400. What weapon has the highest jitter? Great test.
It's probably gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna go with Burst Laser.
Incorrect.
No, nah, yeah, of course it is.
Plater.
Ouch.
Oh, excuse me.
I'll
Hold on.
first.
Hold on. I saw Parox next. I read it wrong. It's Parox next.
Yeah, that's the Cyto Scrambler.
It is the Cyto Scrambler. Absolutely
Oh
correct.
God, he's on a roll.
Right. He
Oh
comes
my
in
God.
swinging. All right, Parox, it's to you, buddy.
It's a big old point. He knows what he's
He
talking
does
about.
it exactly. He does.
Let's see. How about feature timeline? What's available in there?
Feature timeline at 200. That's the least one we've done so far.
Sorry, Teddy,
This
I didn't even know what it
rarely
is.
used feature was added in version 1.4. I actually do know this one. This rarely used feature was added in version 1.4 for 200 points. Oh, I'm going to call that a goose egg. That would be CQC. CQC.
No wonder we don't know it.
No shit, right?
What's that?
I don't know if you guys are getting this. A lot of people in my chat are saying that they're having fun with this. I'm glad we did this. Okay,
Everyone's
so
tuning in.
we are back to Paroxysm.
All right. How about what's available in defenses? Anything?
We're at 300. We're at 300. Most of them are at
All right.
300. Yeah. Defenses for 300. total rounds of unengineered point defense ammunition?
Can I get a clarification? Does that include what's in the magazine already?
Okay, so you know what? If you give me either answer, I'm going to take it as correct. Because, yeah, we debated that when we made up the question. If you give me just the magazine, I'm fine. If you give me what's in the magazine and in the clip, that's fine too. All right, we got Paroxysm first.
No, it's me
That's
first.
10,000.
Oh, excuse me. Was that? Wait. Was
No,
Paroxysm? Was that
just
from the last one?
Paroxysm.
I'm reading it. The way I see it is Paroxysm was before Plater.
Oh,
Yep,
what?
that's how
And
it
Paroxysm, you said 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
That is incorrect.
You sure?
I am sure. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I was reading it wrong. It is 10,000. I had in my head that it was 12,000, but no, you're right. It is 3,000. Absolutely, or 10,000. You're absolutely right.
That's what I thought. I was sitting here thinking,
Forgive me.
I see 9,976
Yep.
all the time. I know this.
Okay. You want to stay in defenses for 400, or you want to go to we're at features for 300, exploration for 300, hard points for 5, everything else at 4.
Features. That sounds like fun.
Features for 300. What version added ship-launched fighters?
Oh my god, I'm so bad at this.
A Scorpius.
Was it 2.4?
Incorrect.
Ah, dang it.
I've got Paroxysm next.
2.2.
2.2 is correct. Man, Paroxysm is just hitting
He's
it out of the
taking
park
off.
so far.
Yeah.
All right. Paroxysm, and by the way, the score right now is a score. Excuse me. Plater is in last at negative 1,100. Scorpius is in third at negative 400. Gray is in second at negative 200, and Paroxysm is kicking ass at 1,200.
Oh my
Shoot.
god.
Oh, we
She's
got to
a-
fix
Eat
this.
your
We gotta
hearts
fix
out.
this.
All
It
right.
could all turn around because he's going to get
Absolutely.
cocky.
Yep.
Absolutely. Paroxysm.
Let's see. What's left in exploration?
We're at 300 in there. That's our lowest one.
All right, go for it.
Maximum super cruise speed possible.
Ha!
Gray test
2000 C.
is incorrect.
Yeah. I
Paroxysm.
thought so because there's a slight variation to it.
Hold on. Gray test. Okay, Paroxysm.
It's 2001 C.
It is 2001.
Yeah,
Come
yes.
on.
Absolutely correct.
It's been
Absolutely
ages
correct.
since I've done that, but I knew it
Yeah.
wasn't exactly. I just whatever.
Absolutely correct. Paroxysm.
Oh!
Potato Chip came in with the 2001 as well. But
Yeah,
when
I
I got
think
the
Tato
stream,
knows. Tato knows.
Yeah, you got a couple of rights and wrongs on mine.
Let's see. All right, let's go for hard points again, just because.
All right, hard points at 500. Our last question. How long does a torpedo seek before it explodes?
Oh,
How long does a torpedo seek a target before it finally explodes?
in time or distance?
In time. In time.
Come on, Chip. Come on, Chip.
I would have
Come
to
on.
guess. I don't
Come
know.
on.
I'm waiting for somebody to
Come on,
buzz.
Potato.
Plater.
90 seconds.
Incorrect. I gotta get a good buzz. I gotta get a good buzz sound for next time. Ascorbius.
180 seconds.
180 seconds is correct. 3 minutes.
Shut up.
Wow.
A full 3 minutes? What the
3
hell?
minutes. Yep, it's
Cheers,
3
Tato.
minutes. Yep. So if you
That's
ever
some
have a
good
torpedo shot at you, target it in your contacts and run your ass off until it dies. Okay, so we've
That's
got
what point
all
defense is for.
let's see. Hard points are done. We have the other 4 categories are left, and they're all at the same level. They're all at the 400 level. And so that's to Ascorbius this time.
Uh-oh. All right, so let's go for bugs and features.
All right, bugs and features for 400. This phenomenon creates very unique ship designs. Oh, Plater.
It's where the ships
Oh, yeah.
overlap. So on the pad,
Give me a little
they
more
overlap.
specific.
So they kind of
When-
you log in and they're
Yeah.
merged.
I'll give you that. When they spawn.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Yep, that's exactly what I was going for. All right, to Plater.
Bugs and features.
All right, closing out bugs and features for 500. The bug name, this might have been fixed just recently. I don't know, but I think you guys should still know it. And this is the 500-point question. The bug name shown instead of the system name on Starport services. Later.
It says like $ system name hash $ or something. Instead.
We gotta be really specific, and that would be incorrect.
What?
Not specific enough.
What?
To be honest, I have never seen that one in person.
Oh, I have.
I've seen it a lot.
The exact syntax of it. Oh.
If somebody in chat, we'll give time to see if somebody gets it in chat.
Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. No. Yeah. I'm gonna go
All right,
for
the
what Penny
Scorpius.
says. Right,
Scorpius.
hash sys hash system name.
Wait. Say that to me very specifically.
Hang on, I'm gonna grab it from.
Okay. You
No.
can paste it in.
I'm gonna paste it in. Oh, come on, Penny, come on.
Oh, somebody in my chat got it right. Somebody in my chat's got it right.
All right, it's right. Is the dollar before Penny?
Yep.
Okay, right.
That's a $sign. Yeah, right.
All right, so I'm gonna paste this into chat.
Yep.
So
Okay.
it's so it's $ sys hash system name.
Paste it. Nope, incorrect. It is $pound system name is what we were going for.
He says, no, wait. You say pound.
I
Yeah,
want to
Okay,
see
so hold on.
that.
Hash.
What are you talking about?
Let me
Hash.
type it in. It's
Right.
it's $hash system.
Why'd you call that a pound anyway?
Well, that's what Americans call it. Isn't it? Sorry.
That's
Right.
the
That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay, so I think we're back to Plater, I think was last correct. And now we just have feature timeline, defenses, and exploration.
exploration.
Exploration for 400. Total number of star types.
Oh shit.
Total number of star types. I had to look myself because I couldn't quite remember.
Oxy's typing buzz. You can tell.
Hey, you're all in game right now. You can just go fucking count. Peroxide.
Well, I misspelled it, but it's 7.
7
No.
is incorrect.
No.
That is incorrect.
Oh, wait a minute. No, that's this main sequence. Crap.
Yep. 7 is incorrect. I didn't say scoopable. Murdoch is way wrong in my chat. Plater.
15.
15 is correct.
He's counting them in game
Hey.
right now.
Hey, you could have done that too. He's turning
not in
game. Okay, so to Plater.
Technically, there are. Because the non-sequence stars. That's a bit vague. So we got lucky with that, really.
Yeah.
What did you do when you ran out of fingers?
Like I said, I might get something wrong here, but the answers on the board are canon.
He used his toes.
Okay, so what do we have left?
We have featured timeline defenses and exploration at 500.
Let's get exploration again. I need those
Okay,
big
exploration for 500. The first commander to discover Sagittarius A star. Oh, I think I saw Great Test there first.
Yeah. Commander Zulu Romeo.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct, Gray.
Who is
Nice.
a lovely chap, I might add. He's a
That
lovely
brings you
chap.
to.
Yep.
By the way, that brings you to nothing.
Yes.
You're back to where you started, right? Okay, we got feature
That's
timeline
an
and
achievement.
defenses. Feature timeline and defenses.
Let's go with feature timeline.
Feature timeline for 400. What month and year did Elite come to the Xbox One?
Oh,
What
for
month
Christ.
and year?
I'm gonna go
400 points.
with-
Great test. Great test.
I'm gonna go with last year April, so that would be 3303.
So, okay, or April of 2017.
Yes.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, it was.
It's been out longer than that.
It's close. It's somewhere around there, like maybe a month later.
That was the PlayStation.
Peroxum.
Was it?
Peroxum.
Yeah, that was the PlayStation.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah. Okay, forget about it.
Okay,
Peroxum.
it was for Xbox, right?
Correct.
It was the 3rd of June, 2016.
Googled it.
Incorrect.
Totally didn't Google that.
Did you just Google it?
Incorrect. Incorrect.
For Xbox?
Incorrect.
Oh?
You're on stream, honey. Say hi.
Incorrect. October of 2015.
Wow, not bad.
October of 2015. All right. We got features, timeline, and defenses. We've got one left in feature and two in defenses.
That's when it released on PC.
That's what I have for Xbox. Because again, whatever the answers say are the answers for now. If they're wrong, my
Let's go with
apologies.
defenses once more.
Okay. Defenses for 400. Cost of most expensive armor possible. The rough cost, not the ship, but the cost.
God.
And, you know, like within, I'm not, you know, doesn't have to be totally exact, but, you know, within, say, 10 million.
Oh my. Chat, help!
I thought I knew that one.
I have a rough
Proxim.
idea, but not within 10 million credits.
It's a little under 500 million, I think. It's like 490 something.
I'll take 490. It's 492.
Wow,
So yes,
good
I'll take
stuff,
490.
Wow.
I'll take 490. It's the reactive armor for the cutter at 492 million.
It's obscene.
Okay, we got defenses and feature timeline. Those are the only two left.
Let's go defenses.
Defenses for 500. How many megajoules are added by the 5D Guardian shield reinforcement?
Oh my god.
It's a 500-point question.
Going all in.
Plater
640.
is way incorrect.
Oh. Oh no.
My chance.
Great test.
254.
Great test. Oh, that is incorrect as well. That's
No,
close.
you failed me, Trooper.
Incorrect.
Just Trooper.
Incorrect.
My chat is silent on this.
The correct answer is 215 megajoules.
Oh no.
Well, that's rubbish.
215.
Don't
And our
then.
final is
Nope,
feature
no worries, mate.
feature timeline for 500. What versions of Horizons was supported on OS X? What version of Horizons? Ascorbius.
None.
Absolutely correct. Nicely done. Trick question.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a trick question.
Trick question. Okay, so
Jane has a Mac and he can't run it.
yeah, exactly. Okay, so we end round one with the scores of Ascorbius at 100 points. Actually, I'm going the other way around. Last place is Plater at negative 1,700 points.
Have it.
Great test at negative 900 points.
Ouch.
Ascorbius at 100 points, and Paroxysm at 1,100 points.
Man.
Now, would you guys like to continue on to round two?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
chat, you
fine.
ready?
Okay.
You ready, guys?
So our
need
new
you guys.
categories are celestial bodies, engineers, lore, modules, and ships. And we'll go with Plater in last place. We'll let Plater go first.
It's very kind of you. Let's go ships.
Translation, fuck off. I think I just heard.
Ships.
Ships for 200. Unless you guys say, I'm just going to go with the next one, right?
Okay.
How many pilotable ships are there in the game? Now, I will say this question was done pre the recent update with 3 ship launch fighters, so I'm just going to add 3 to whatever the answer is. Plater.
So.
Actually, excuse me. Hold on. When we did the question, we did it ships. We did not include ship launch fighters.
36.
So ships. Let me clarify that. Ships only, not ship launch fighters.
There you go. 36.
And including the new update, that is correct. It is 36. Okay, so
I'm so
it's
glad
two-player.
you took out the fighters because I was not prepared for that answer.
Yes. I forgot. We did not. That ships, not ship launch fighters. So Plater, it's to you.
Let's go ships again.
All right, ships again for 400. What ship has the furthest unengineered jump range? Great test.
It must be the Anaconda, right?
The Anaconda is absolutely incorrect.
The furthest
Oh.
unengineered. So
The
that
first
doesn't include.
furthest
That doesn't
unengineered-
include Like
bone
if you
stock,
completely
strip it down, unengineered, just what, however you can outfit it, unengineered. Okay, Plater. Well, wait, hold on. We did have a Scorpius and Proxima before then. If you guys don't want to try to answer now, because you know it's not the Anaconda.
No, I wasn't. I was going to go Hauler.
And Hauler is absolutely incorrect. Now, Proxima gets a chance too, or we're going to go to Plater.
I'm having
Plater?
to reconsider, and I'm
Plater?
thinking.
Right, in that case, Diamondback Explorer.
Diamondback Explorer is correct. It's by like a tenth of a light year or something crazy.
Ship, oh no!
Yep. Okay, so Plater.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Just
Because the DBX got changed.
Right.
Yeah,
That's right.
DBX got
about that
changed.
as well.
That's right. That's
Oh
right.
boy, embarrassing.
Call
Okay,
yourself an
next
explorer.
up.
Ha!
Plater, it's back to you.
Let's do ships again. I'm feeling lucky.
Ships for the number's wrong on this one. It is a 600-point question. Approximate distance from Seoul to Beagle Point.
How is that?
Proxim. If he doesn't get this right, it's such a fail.
It's about 65,200 some odd light years or somewhere. Right
65,300, but we will take 65,200. We were looking for 65,000.
How is that ships?
Yeah, we'll take that.
How is that ships?
Because it's actually why did that get into ships? That's a great question.
Right.
Yes, that's a very good question. It's where the question is. Forgive me. A friend of mine helped me build the board. We just got that one in the wrong place. Forgive us.
I've just been fired by Tato in the chat. It's like, you're fired. Oh, Nick.
We're to Paroxysm. You want to stay with ships or you want to change categories?
Let's stay in ships for the moment.
You never know what you're gonna get anyhow.
How many ships have at least one huge hard point?
At least one. Huge.
One huge. Ooh, come on, guys.
I only know one ship with a huge.
Plater.
4.
On my
4 is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Four
I
is
buzzed
correct.
in the same millisecond as you, Plater. On my screen, my post is before yours, but because of the ping, it reached Exegeus before.
Yep. It's what I see. It's got to be what I see,
Yeah.
right?
It's funny though. My
Okay.
screen is the other way around.
Plater, do you want to finish out ships for 1,000? By the way,
Yes. Yes, I do.
ships for 1,000. What ship has the highest unengineered boost speed? A Scorpius.
It's the. Oh shit. What's it? The small fightery one. Oh god. It's an Imperial one.
Come on.
But I've
5
been told
seconds.
it's a Cobra Mark 3.
Cobra Mark III is unfortunately incorrect.
Oh, Tato, you let me down. I was originally thinking the. Oh, you guys.
Great test.
I'm gonna say it must be the Imperial Eagle.
It is absolutely the Imperial Eagle. That's correct. That's
I made some
640.
points!
Oh my god. Like,
Yeah, at 640. Now
I
that's
was
with.
thinking Courier.
Well, that is with
would've been
performance enhanced drives, right? But it is unengineered, right? So I didn't
Yeah.
say, you can use, you have to buy those at Felicity, but it is unengineered still.
That's
All right,
cheating.
so we have closed out ships. We got celestial bodies, engineers, lore, and modules. By the way, how do you guys think this game would go if we played it with like Will and Ed and Paige? You think they'd do better?
Oh, we should
never get it.
Oh, Paige would know stuff.
We should totally do this like at the
Oh,
next con, whatever that's gonna be. Like with some
yeah.
developers in there.
Oh, we had a blast putting it together in my group, so I'm glad we're having so much fun playing it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Okay, so
okay, let's go with.
It was gray, right? Yep.
Yeah. I'm thinking. Let's go with lore. I'm curious.
Lore for 200. What commander killed Salome? Scorpius.
Well, it's Harry
Scorpius.
Potter.
It is Harry Potter. That is absolutely correct.
Oh, speaking of, keep an eye on social media for an announcement on this subject soon.
Which social media? Elite Dangerous?
and which subjects?
Like
exactly.
on the whole Harry Potter and Salome thing.
Oh, interesting.
There is something coming up from SDC on that relatively soon.
Well, I could always.
Is Harry still SDC, or did he go to top? He didn't go to top tier, did he?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, interesting. All right. So it is to Ascorbius.
Yay. Okay. Let's have lore. Another lore.
All right. Lore for 400. This starter station from the original 1984 version of Elite.
Ugh.
Wait, what? Repeat that?
Yeah.
The starter station from the original 1984 version.
He's about to
I
say
wasn't even born back then. How should I go?
Me either.
I don't know.
All right.
Yes, I'm gonna go with Lave.
Fuck off, children. I'm pretty sure that is correct. Lave Station. That is absolutely correct.
Yes.
All right.
Fart.
Into Ascorbius again.
Okay. Lore one more.
Lore for 600. What does the acronym INRA stand for?
Oh shit.
Oh.
Paroxysm.
Intergalactic Naval Reserve Arm.
Say that for me very carefully.
It was the. I'm pretty damn sure that's exactly what it is.
No, he's
Just
googling
say it
it.
again.
He's googling.
No googling.
Say
I'm
it.
not googling.
He's
That is
stalling.
incorrect.
Are
That
you
is
sure?
incorrect. I am sure. You're going to know it when I say it in a second. Anyone
No, I
else?
don't know.
You said, if I'm correct, the inter. It is the intragalactic. We do not have two
pass.
galaxies.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Look it on the look on Wiki.
You
Look
can't
here.
quote Wiki, please.
Well, okay, so again, I'm going to say that it's... okay, well, the answer on the board says intra. So as we've said...
Well,
board
it
is
makes
correct.
sense as well because it's not between
Because it's-
galaxies.
exactly,
It's
exactly.
in our galaxy.
Exactly. I'm going to call the wiki wrong and say that we need to look
Yeah,
it up in
I
game
agree.
because it
Yeah.
is in galaxy. We do not have multiple galaxies. We debated this one at length.
Cities.
Yes,
Intra-
when we came up with this, we debated this at length. So it is intra.
Internet. Intranet.
Exactly. Okay, so we're back to who had the last right answer? Ascorbius, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it
Ascorbius. Do you want to stay with
Okay.
lore, or do you want to go somewhere else?
Board is fired. Let's go with engineers.
Engineers for 200. To meet this engineer, you must earn more than 15 bounty vouchers. To meet this Ascorbius,
That's been so long ago.
Todd the Blaster.
Todd the Blaster is correct.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's up?
Okay. Scorpion, and just quickly the point recap. In last place is. Oops, I did that wrong. Hold on. In last place is Plater and Gray at -300. Scorpius is in second at 100, and Paroxysm has dropped a bit down to 1100.
I'm catching you, boy.
Because remember, the point values have doubled.
Uh huh.
All right.
So
Where are we next?
penalties.
Exactly. Where are we going now, Scorpius?
I don't know. Nix has rehired me now.
This is, I have a bad feeling about this.
I'm gonna go engineers again. It's
Engineers for
probably
400. This engineer's home base is titled The Beach.
What?
Oh, crap.
That must be one of the ones I have
This
never visited.
engineer's home base is titled The Beach.
gonna be some of the new ones.
Nope. I did this a
No,
couple
but
weeks
one
ago.
of the ones that you never use for like the
It's a rare
utility
one.
stuff or something.
Plater.
The Sarge.
Oh,
It is the Sarge. That's exactly right.
Thank you,
I gotta
chat.
not give you guys. I gotta not give you guys long enough to actually look it up.
No, that was all chat. That was
No, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, so we're to Plater.
Okay, let's go Celestial Bodies.
Celestial bodies for 200. This supermassive black hole resides at the center of the Milky Way galaxy. Plater.
Sagittarius A star.
Oh, I'm glad you said the star. Absolutely correct. I would not
Are
have
you sure
taken
that's
it without the
correct?
star. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
oh,
Spatcher
shut
says it's.
damn.
Spatcher says it's Saggy Teresa.
Sagittarius.
Saggy Teresa.
That would have been acceptable, right?
Is she Canadian, eh? Saggy Teresa
Okay.
A.
Platter to you next.
Oh, why you do this?
Because he can.
Because we're saying Sagittarius. I figure Sagittarius, it's Platter.
I mean, of all the people
Alright,
with a
Plater.
difficult to pronounce name. So, I am
Where
going
we
to
going,
go
Plater?
for Lore.
Lore for 800.
Ooh.
The name of Commander Jameson's grandson.
Oh.
What?
It's an 800-point question. It's round 2, baby.
Yeah, don't get this wrong.
Did anybody buzz? Plater and proximate score. That's from the last one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from the last
Okay,
one.
okay. Just making sure.
Oh God, grandson.
It is Peter Jameson.
Oh, I didn't never.
Somebody in my chat put Mr. Jameson.
Yeah.
Peter.
Mr. Jameson.
Yeah.
So it would be
Technically
Derek.
Yeah,
Laurie.
technically correct.
Someone said Laurie.
Okay.
That would have been like,
I was gonna
it's
give it
grandson, though, wasn't it? So,
Yeah. Where are we going, Plater?
let's go back to celestial bodies.
Celestial bodies for 400. The Earth-like orbited by the fastest known orbiting moon. Great test.
I believe it's New Africa.
It is New Africa. That is absolutely correct.
I was waiting for you to say the name of the moon.
And what is the name of the moon, boys and girls?
It's Mitterrand Hollow.
It's Mitterrand Hollow. Yep. Okay, so where are we going, Great Test?
We should go to modules. I don't think we have that yet, right?
We have not yet. Modules for 200. How many bins are in the largest refinery? Great Test.
10.
That's correct.
Of course he knows.
Yes.
Of course he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, a rock
Frickin'
man
mining.
said
Nobody mines.
that. This is a fix.
Where are we going, Great Test?
You're asking mining questions.
Maybe I can get a roll. Yeah, let's go with modules again.
Modules for 400. What is the spin-up time for the huge multi-cannon? Paroxysm.
None.
Absolutely correct. There is none. There is none. Where are we going, Prox?
Let's go to engineers.
All right, engineers for 600. What blueprint will give the greatest thermal reduction for railguns?
Oh.
Plater.
Sturdy mount.
Sturdy mount is correct.
Yes!
Oh, wow.
Federail gunship. Thank you very
That
much.
is correct. That is correct. One of my favorites, too. All right, Plater, where are we going?
Let's go engineers again.
Engineers for 800. Which 2 engineers are unlocked at the end of the Elvira Martuck tree?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
800 points.
No clue.
Come on, chat.
They're all looking it up.
Okay, we're looking
I'm
for
not-
Palin and Laurie Jameson.
Oh,
Palin
Penny.
and Laurie
Penny.
Jameson.
Ow,
Just
that's
got
right.
it just then. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Plater, where do we go?
Let's do modules again.
Okay, modules for 600. What is the largest class frameshift drive interdictor? Great test.
I have no clue if that's correct, but I'm gonna go with class 5.
Class 5 is incorrect.
Ah.
What was that for? That was for 600.
Even the chat says
Plater.
5.
4.
Plater. It is class 4.
Ah.
In your face,
and-
Gray. In your face.
What, an interdictor to the face?
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ow.
Where are we going, Plater?
Let's go modules again.
Modules for 800. How many total different Recon Limpet controller sizes are there? Sizes and type. Sizes and class.
Recon Limpet.
Well, I ain't touching that.
Recon Limpet controllers.
Recon Limpet.
Paroxysm.
4.
4 is correct.
Holy moly.
That is right. There is a 1E, a 3E, a 5E, and a 7E.
Why did you say types, though? There's
Well, I said sizes and types, so that we're like, because other modules have a 1 A, B, C, D, E, 2 A, B, C, D, E. I was being
Bugger.
very specific, right?
tricky.
All right,
bugger.
Prox. Where are we going?
Let's head back to engineers.
All right, engineers for 1,000.
Oh,
The only
God.
category not done, by the way, is celestial bodies. Everything else is at the top. Engineers for 1,000. What is the maximum multiplier for thrusters?
Gotcha.
I had to look that one up. Yeah, okay, I thought it was right.
Oh, so you mean if you max out the engineer, what
Maxed
you get?
out. What is the max?
Is this
total
regular
multiplier
thrusters?
This is
regular
this is
or enhanced?
engineering blueprint. What is the maximum multiplier
regular
for thrusters for engineering?
Regular drives.
Paroxysm
or
is
enhanced
first.
drives? Enhanced drives or regular?
I'm not going to answer that question.
All right.
I can't answer that question.
Plus 46.5.
We're going to have to double check this one because I have that as incorrect.
I'm pretty sure it's plus 46.5. I think.
Scorpius, do you want to go?
I'm going to go with 145.
Wait, was that a Scorpius that just said that?
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
Oh, damn it.
146 even.
Oh, really?
146
What?
even. And it doesn't matter on the thruster type. That's why I say it's the engineering. It's not the
both so
module.
close.
Sure. I'll have to check. I actually want to. I'm going to log in and check my.
So again,
I think it's plus 46.5.
It's whatever the board says because we can't have debate. You get what I'm saying, right? But if there's wrong answers on here, my apologies. We did look it all up.
More importantly,
okay, so
though,
we go back
It's
to.
all right, Gun. Thanks. We're off by one, buddy. Just one.
We go
It was an
back
important one.
to player.
okay. Well, what did you say? Celestial
Right
bodies.
now,
was
sorry,
the only
sir.
one?
We have celestial bodies, lore, and modules.
Celestial bodies.
It's for 600. This landable planet's orbit is inside its parent star's corona.
I don't know the name of it anymore.
There was a Ghost Draft video about this one, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There sure was. Broxton.
Scardy 1A.
Scardy A1. I'll take Scardy 1A. Yes, that's what we're looking for.
Good stuff, Roxy, man.
My goodness.
Not bad.
I think the system was more important, so I'll give you Scardy 1A, but it technically is A1. We're to Paroxysm. Sorry, we're done with engineers.
Yeah. Let's go celestial bodies again.
Celestial bodies for 800. This is the highest known mountain. Great test.
Mount Everest in Nervi.
Mount Everest in Nervi is absolutely correct.
I had to have that one. I'm sorry.
Yep. Okay, so by the way, we have 3 questions left. We have celestial, lores, and lore and modules. The score right now is Ascorbius in a dismal negative 1100. Player is in third place at 1600. Gray is in second place at 1700, and Proximum is first place at 1900.
Oh my god.
Everything to play for. Yeah.
So we are right. Everybody has a chance at it right now.
Okay.
So who got the last one? Gray test. We've got celestial bodies, lore, and modules.
Oof.
And somebody in my chat said Palmesh. Palmesh is where Epic Mountain Range is.
You know,
right?
that's the canyon one with the
Mountain, exactly.
canyons range. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Celestial Borders, one more.
For 1,000.
Uh-huh.
This is the only permit locked body in the Sol system.
Oh no! I should know that.
Great test.
The moon.
No, it's not. You got
Is
it
it
wrong. No.
It is not. Wait. When you say the moon, you mean Luna, correct? Like Earth's moon.
Earth moon. Yeah.
That is incorrect.
No.
Paroxysm. Well, hold on.
Triton.
Paroxysm was next. What was that?
Triton.
Triton is absolutely correct. Triton is correct. So you can't land on Luna, but it's not permit locked.
Really?
It used to be though.
Yeah.
It used to
Okay,
be.
so that's what I was thinking about.
It
Okay,
used to
right
be.
now,
Whatever.
not. Okay. And thank you, Bog. I appreciate that. We are to Paroxysm, I believe. Sorry, we just have lore and modules left. Just lore and modules.
Let's do lore.
Lore for 1,000.
I am the law.
This man was recently engaged to the Princess of the Empire.
Oh.
Paroxysm.
Yeah, Braid.
Jordan Rochester.
Jordan Rochester is correct.
Damn you, Oxy! Damn you!
Screw this guy. Screw this guy to
And your
hell.
fucking
Yeah.
So,
I don't think we can catch him anymore.
He just has to get everything
we
wrong
just
now.
well, we have Final Jeopardy. You can bet your points on Final Jeopardy. Okay. So we have one last question, which is modules for 1,000. Which unengineered weapon has the highest DPS according to Coriolis?
Oh, shit.
I put that in just to make sure there's no argument, because we tested it all in Coriolis. What
It must be like one of the
unengineered weapon has the highest DPS according to Coriolis? Plater.
Large fixed frag. No, huge fixed frag. Huge.
Is
Fixed frag.
incorrect. There is no fault, but that's incorrect anyway.
Crap.
Anyone else want to give it a go?
I don't dare. I'm already in the minus. I think.
I will warn you and say you're not going to get it right.
Alright.
It's the large fixed shock cannon.
Oh, I love them.
Shock cannon.
Fun.
They're my favourite
I can't believe I
weapons.
didn't think of that. Those are my favorite weapons in the game right now.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, really? I haven't
Machine
used
got
it
it
much.
right on my chat.
Yep, the large
Thanks,
fixed
Commander
shock.
Machine.
Okay, so right now we are, Ascorbius is in negative 1100, so unfortunately, Ascorbius, we're going to say goodnight to you. We have some wonderful parting gifts for you. You can see Vanna for a blowjob on your way out the door. We have Plater in third place at 600, Gray in second place at 1700, and Paroxysm in first place at 3900. So the way Final Jeopardy will work, okay, you will all give me what you'd like to risk. You'll type it in the chat of your total points, right? I will read out the question. You guys will type your answers in, and then when I say go, you're all going to hit enter at the same time, and then I'll read the then we'll go through the real answer. Okay. So there's no buzz on this one because everybody gets to answer. So as soon as I give the question, you type it in, but don't hit enter until I say to hit enter. Everybody got it?
Okay, and what's well, let's just go.
Okay. Okay, so again, everybody, first of all, go ahead and type in what you're going to risk and hit enter. So Plater has 600, Gray's 1700, Prox 3900. Prox is going to risk 2000. All right, Plater's 600, and Gray's all in at 1700. Okay, so again, once I've finished reading the question, you'll type in the answer. When you're done, tell me, and then I'll have you all hit enter at the same time. Then I'll read we'll read the answer. Okay. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Sorry. The question is, this chemical compound is mined in abundance in community goal and starter systems. You have 10 seconds. This chemical compound is mined in abundance in community goal and starter systems. As Alec would say, good luck. Okay. Again, don't hit enter yet. Actually, you're going to hit enter as I say. We're doing the honor system. You don't get to change your answer. So we're on the honor system if anybody gets it wrong. Okay, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to say you're ready. So we're going to start with Plater, who is in. I just said it again. Plater, who's in last place. At least I corrected myself that time. Plater, who's in last place at 600. He risked 600. What is your answer, Plater? NaCl or salt or sodium chloride would be absolutely correct, giving Plater a final score of 1,200 points.
Seriously, we're mining salt on the stream.
We're going to move on to Gray. Gray, what was your answer, please? Salt was also correct. He risked 1,700. That brings him to 3,400. And Paroxysm, what was your answer as well?
No!
Salt again as well. Bringing you to 7,800 points. So our final tally here, I'll take this into. I'll
Good
put it
game,
in
Lord.
Okay, so I'm putting into chat, my chat, the answer, and
That was
there
a good
is the
question.
final.
I like that. That was good.
Well, you know, I had to end on one that was a little cheeky, right?
Yeah, you're not kidding.
I'd like to thank KC in chat who typed out my tier is available to farm salt, and I'm like, oh my god, salt's the answer.
That's yeah.
And you know what? It was actually he put it in before I'd even typed my answer in. So it was like literally, I was like, oh, what's it going to be? And he put that, and I was like,
Oh,
salt,
I did it
salt,
all on my.
like that. But it wasn't. He wasn't talking about the actual question. So
now we did have a Final Jeopardy question for each of the 2 Final Jeopardy rounds. The other one's actually much harder. We'll do it just for fun. So let's do this one more time in terms of you guys can wager, right? So you've got your point totals in in Discord. So go ahead and type in your wagers for me for the final Jeopardy. That one was the fun one, right? This is the actual hard one.
Okay.
So again, this one is tough.
First one was the
Okay, so Gray's risking everything, Plater's risking everything, and Proxim's only risking 4,000. Okay, so the final Jeopardy question is, how many ships have at least one Class 1 optional internal slot?
Oh, God.
How many ships have at least one Class 1 optional internal slot? Don't go to Coriolis.
Oh, man.
Don't go to Coriolis.
Okay, I think I have an idea. Let's go with...
We'll give it. Wait. We're gonna have everybody type it in and then hit enter when we go. Right. So
I'm just gonna have to guess on this one. I'm not actually sure.
Looks like I've got Plater and Gray Test have answered. Proxim, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, we'll start with Plater. So Plater, risk 1,200 points. What's your answer? 16 is unfortunately incorrect.
I lost everything.
Bringing Plater down to 0. Next up is going to be Gray Test.
No worries,
Gray
Plater.
Test.
I'm gonna lose everything as well, you see?
Gray Test at 28 is absolutely incorrect, and you risk 3,400, so you are at 0. Paroxysm, what is your answer? 13. Ooh, so close. That is incorrect as well, bringing you down to 3,800. The correct answer was 10. That would be the Eagle, the Imperial Eagle, Sidewinder, Vulture, Adder, Fer-de-Lance, Hauler, Imperial Courier, Viper, and Mark III, and the Viper Mark IV.
Good stuff.
So there we go, boys and girls. Yeah, I mean that's why I wanted to. I should have done the salt one as the very last one, because the salt one was. Yeah, somebody on my chat, we mistyped it. The guy that helped me with this, it had written the culture, the Vulture. So our final total was Ascorbius at -1,100, Plater and Gray at 0, and Paroxysm was our winner, coming in late at 3,800. Although he had a little less risk because he started late, right? Yeah, the Culture is a very classy ship. That's great.
Still, I am winner. It feels good, man.
And I don't know if any of the guys in my Discord are listening, but a huge thanks to the guys in my Discord, because they not only helped me put all the questions together, a lot of people in the Discord submitted questions. A lot of which I have for another couple of rounds, by the way, because, you know, if Ant, Down to Earth, and Yamix don't actually watch this, which I doubt they're going to, in fact, we should tell them not to, we should play with them and see how they do.
Right. That'll be fun.
So are you saying that the people who helped you to make the questions are the guys who've been helping you to answer them?
No, me? No. My Discord's. I mean, they helped me come up with. I mean, of course, I know the answers because I'm sitting here playing the damn game, right? Like Alex Trebek doesn't get to play the game. He just hosts it, right?
I'm just checking. I hear shenanigans afoot.
No, it was. And I will say again, big thanks to my guys, because it was a lot of work to come up with that. It took us several. We probably spent 5-6 hours total on it. So. But it was, we had a blast doing it, right? So I knew we'd have a. And what did it take us? We played it for about an hour. Is that?
Good night,
yeah, from when we started.
It was fun though. Thank me. That was fantastic.
It's definitely good fun. That was
good. I was hoping, like, again, you know, we tend to get so kind of negative on these, right? I figured it was time to do something where we'd all laugh a bit, right?
Yeah, this is good fun.
Yeah.
Feels good, man.
Right, so we've just activated all of the.
Yeah, did you guys even do anything while we were playing the game, or did you guys just stop and play?
Well, we were just sitting at the beacon.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I brought the beacon up on screen. Wondering if you guys were jumping back.
I just jumped back to my home system so I can check my drives and the.
Oh, it won't let you get in there.
Yeah, what did the answer on that? You know what? Let me go to Coriolis real quick.
Oh, actually, okay. What I did is I got 2 numbers messed up, but I'm still half right.
So wrong.
Because 46 isn't actually correct.
What is it?
45.6.
Oh, okay, you know what? You're right. You know what? We rounded it up. That's why we did it.
It rounds it up to 146, even though it's actually 146.
And so again, for those answers, I was getting the answers from Coriolis. So, you know, again, that's just where we were doing the research out of game. And if I look at Coriolis right here, you're right. It rounds it up to 146, right? So
yeah. I knew it wasn't 46 flat. I was like, wait a minute.
You know what? I had in my head it was 46.5 as well. But yeah, so what'd you say it was? 45.6 actually?
Yeah,
You know what? Yeah, looking at it, you're right. It is 45.6. Right. What was it? We had one other one we debated. What was the other one? Do you remember? Inara.
INRA.
INRA, excuse me, INRA.
Yeah, I put a link.
Everywhere does say intergalactic, like literally everywhere. Canon, intergalactic.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
would
See,
argue
that
it can't be intergalactic. We only have one galaxy. But I guess a name is a name, isn't it?
Yeah. There you go. That's a
Hello
screenshot.
there.
I just put that in the chat there.
I was just trying to look through Galnet myself right now.
All of the Galnet articles will be ages back. We haven't heard nothing.
Clive agrees.
Clive does agree. He always agrees. Even
He
when
agrees that it's inter or intra.
Inter.
Inter!
Okay.
And I should have had
We-
those points.
Yeah, because you needed them.
You
didn't
won
you?
anyway, asshat.
Yeah.
Now it's just the
Oxydosaurus
point
of
of
all
honor.
winners. Yeah.
Yeah, I see your 45.6.
Yeah.
Now, what did you didn't say 45.6 though?
No, I said 46.5, so I'd have had it wrong either way.
Yeah. So you still had it wrong.
What's
And
wrong
to be
with
honest,
you?
when you said 46.5, I actually did think that's what it was. I think that's what I would have answered. All right. Oh, Storm, no, I'm not in Discord right now. I'll jump in our Discord in a second. We did this in the creators Discord, one of my guys. And actually, in fact, Storm, one of my guys that just mentioned in chat, was a big, he was one of the guys that was a huge help in putting this together. I don't know if Tranquil Terror is listening as well. I'm going to give a shout out to him. He's actually the one that found the app that gave us the board for Jeopardy and helped me put it together originally. So, big thanks to him as well.
Thanks, mate.
Here's a fun question for those of you who have watched any of my stuff and know my Ferdlands. Does anyone remember what its total available power is?
Total available power in terms of megajoules?
Like
Or
how much
not
power
megajoules,
does its power plant put out?
Yeah. Pfft, I have no fucking clue. I couldn't even guess. 25 megawatts?
34.13.
Yeah, okay. No, I would never have gotten that. Boy, I thought my questions were specific.
That is like it's like next up on
Scorpius,
Oxy
you,
Jeopardy. Just
Slater,
purely.
are you tongue punching that fart box to grab that key?
Yeah.
You know what? That is one of my favorite phrases. But no, I am not. That's Scorb. I was mainly firing a couple of shots across its bow.
I so wanted to
him.
put that in my. I wanted to put that in my tutorial video so bad. It's like once it poops out the key, you have to tongue punch the fart box to grab it. I was really close to doing it too.
I'm pretty much ready to call time for my stream. I don't know about you guys.
I am too, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking exhausted.
I'm getting
We've been at
close
this
to where
for a while
to where my voice is going to give out, and plus the cat
Same here.
being the cat.
Same here.
so,
Same here. Yeah, we can hear the cat actually.
Yeah.
And my pup Daisy is sitting next to me, and Daisy wants to go for a walk, so I'm going to take her out. So.
Wait, you have a pug?
Well, guys, that was big fun.
It was fun.
Yellow lab.
Okay, that's cool. That's fine. If I said pug, what wasn't going to let you off. That's fine.
My pup.
Right, Garasu, we're on the content creators stream.
Yeah, and my guys in my Discord, I'm going to jump in on my stream. I'm going to jump into my Discord for just a few minutes before I log out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stick around here for just a few minutes if you guys are around. So
I'll be around for another 30 minutes on this stream, so I'm going to jump into the into my Discord. So
See you there,
Garrison, you want to come in there, and yeah, so I'll see you in there in 1 second. But thanks again, Exegius. That was good fun, man.
of course,
Thanks
of course. Yeah. Well, next time we'll have to come up with some kind of prize, right? Like, obviously, didn't feel right to give one of us a ship kit or something, right? But we do need to come up with some sort of prize.
You could have done that. That would have been nice, actually. Yeah.
Right. Well, or a ship kit that we give away to one of our viewers, maybe something like that.
Yeah, that would be
right?
cool. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time we'll do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, guys, like I said, my stream, I'm going to jump into my Discord. So if any of you guys are around and want to chat, I'm going to head over there for a bit. Otherwise, it was fun today, and we'll catch everybody next week.
All right. You take care, buddy.
See you, gents.
Okay, see ya.
Right.
Gentlemen, I'm going to drop out and round off my stream.
Yeah, and I
as
just
well.
shut down. Yeah, and I just shut down my stream as well. So I'll catch you guys later.
Cool.
All right, see you, Jesus.
Right, okay guys, I am going to call time for the stream there. As I said, I'm going to thank everyone very much for watching. Please make sure you hit the like button on the way out if you haven't already. Same time, make sure that you subscribe, you follow, and also, at the same time, guys, I am going to be probably streaming not now until next week. It'll be give my voice some rest because I'm still working on healing, as you all know. Things are getting there. I like to think they're getting there. But okay, guys, once again, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Commander Placer, out.